students who are interested in STEAM careers can find their work in the IT department, police, water, parks, special events, or the city manager's office. Find out more on the City of Elgin website. In Kane County, the historic Cole Pope House, an architectural gem from 1867, is undergoing historic renovation. The project focuses on revitalizing the building's exterior, find their work such in the IT department, chimney, police, water, parks, to preserve the city manager's office. Italian find out more on the City of Elgin website. With your AM 1410 WRMN house, the architectural gem from 1867 is undergoing historic.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
There's a hidden gem in Elgin's South End. It harkens back to the days when going to a diner with family and friends was where everybody gathered for a delicious breakfast or lunch. Ray's Family Restaurant at 801 St. Charles Street in Elgin is a diner that you'll love with tasty food. The atmosphere and the staff are friendly and fast. They're open until 3 p.m. daily. You can never go wrong with Ray's. Visit raysfamilyrestaurant.com. That's raysfamilyrestaurant.com.
Good wine and food bring people together. Vine and Plate Wine Bar and Provisions serves globally inspired plates and wines from around the world, bringing people together and creating moments that focus on what life is all about. Vine and Plate offers shared plates, flatbreads, sandwiches, and salads. You can choose wines from everywhere, and there's an extensive whiskey list too. Ingredients matter. Quality matters. Every detail matters. Visit thevineandplate.com today.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The White Sox swept Tampa with a 4-2 win in Chicago on Sunday. The Sox have wins in 3 straight. Eric Fetty tossed 7 hit ball into the 9th, helping the Sox improve to 6-22. It's still the worst record in Major League Baseball. They outscored Tampa 21-13 over the series. Gavin Sheets and Eloy Jimenez, each with 3 hits for the Sox in the finale. At Fenway Park, the Red Sox got by the Cubs 5-4. Boston scored the winning run in the bottom of the 9th. Tyler O'Neill with a game-ending bloop single. The Cubs trailed 4-1 before Mike Tauchman hit a tying 3-run homer in the 8th. American Hockey League playoffs, the Grand Rapids Griffins took a 3-2 overtime win over Rockford in Game 1 of their division semifinal series. Game 2 this Wednesday night in Rockford. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Are you ready for Mother's Day? Macy's Friends and Family is going on right now. It's the perfect time to save on the perfect gift for mom with an extra 30% off designers that rarely go on sale when you use your coupon or Macy's card. And take 15% off makeup, fragrances, and more beauty favorites she'll love. Plus, get your Mother's Day gifts even faster when you pick up in-store or curbside. Today at Macy's. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Some people just know the more you protect, the more you save with Allstate, because they know insurance math. Like if you protect your home and auto, Allstate can save you up to 25%. So it's like losing money if you don't bundle. Save more when you protect more. Bundle home and auto with Allstate today.
Bundled savings vary by state and are not available in every state. Saving up to 25%.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Clocking out, drive home with the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil on WRMN 1410 AM every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. I bring you the hottest deals in town, the most intriguing stories, and the tracks that take the edge off rush hour. Tune in on 1410 AM. Catch us on YouTube Live at WRMN Radio or stream through our app. I've got the wheel to steer your evening right. WRMN 1410 AM, your home of radio shopping and the soundtrack to your commute.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
Hey there, this is Marky B from the First Shift Morning Show, and on my show, I try to make local movers and shakers feel comfortable when they join me for interviews, like Sherry Blazier of the Elgin History Museum.
I think I need to note to you that I just looked at my mood ring, and it is perfectly purple, which means I'm very happy and content and sailing along. I figured if I immersed myself in the accoutrements, I would be in the mood for this.
Huh. Accoutrement? Is that what you said?
Accoutrement.
What she said. Just join me mornings from 6 until 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
American Legion Post 57 in Elgin, Illinois presents Legion Cruise Nights. Wednesdays, May 8th, June 12th, July 10th, August 14th, and September 11th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come out and enjoy a great evening of cars, food, and music. Motorcycles, cars, trucks, military vehicles are all welcome. 50-50 raffles, door prizes. The event being sponsored by the American Legion Riders Post 57, 820 North Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
It is 6:08 here at WRMN on a First Shift Wednesday morning. It is the first day of May, and good morning and welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin. The First Shift always starts with our Pledge of Allegiance and with our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And good Wednesday morning to you from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift, right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats, Elgin trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever.
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser. Shut up.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for the First Shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hey, welcome to a brand new day here at WRMN AM 1410. And WRMN Radio on Facebook as we get things underway today. How y'all doing? I'm doing fine, except for I just lost my cursor. Where did the cursor go? There it is. Now I'm doing better. I had cursor loss anxiety going on. I have to transition into my picture. So you can see Studio 14 here in downtown Elgin, so you can see me awfully close up. I don't like that. It's a brand new day. It's the first day of May, a brand new month. Let's do this. Let's get things started the right way and have a great month together here at WRMN and share some times together this month. Today we'll share 3 hours together in the morning time. Here on the First Shift, Larry Jones is here. He's already here. He's chatting outside with Gregarious Gina on this Wednesday morning. And we are on YouTube already at WRMN Radio on YouTube as we get the day started. You could always send me a morning text if you want to, 901-647-1240. That's the way to reach out to me. And from the YouTube comments and from the text messages and from the Honkers log and from any phone calls, we have our staff meeting. Today's going to be beautiful outside. Once again, yesterday was gorgeous and more of the same today. It was a very warm night. I was having trouble getting the bed to be as cool as I like it to be. We had our windows open, back door open and whatnot last night, and it just didn't bring in enough fresh air. So I wish it would have been a little bit cooler last night. It stayed in the 60s. We're at 64 degrees this hour. Winds are out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour. And windows open for about a week straight now. It's really cool. No need for heat, no need for air conditioning yet. And shouldn't be any need today. Sunshine with a high of 72. A 40% chance of showers in the middle of the night tonight. Partly cloudy skies, cooler, better sleeping weather tonight if you have windows open. A low of 51. And then tomorrow, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, high of 77. It'll be a spring-like day where we might have periods of sunshine, but other times cloudiness and other times maybe a shower. 77 for your Thursday high. Tomorrow night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Then showers are likely. Could be a bit of a rainy night tomorrow night. 70% chance, a low of 60. And then for Friday, a chance of a shower and thunderstorm. And then partly sunny with a high of 72. Saturday and Sunday are looking terrific. Saturday, 73. And Sunday, sunshine with a high of 70. So how about that? Should be a nice weekend coming up. And a really nice forecast overall. This is really a great time of the year. we steady out, some of the extreme highs and lows go away, and we just kind of settle into the middle of spring. It's a good time. Good times, good times. 6:15 here at WRMN. We're going to get each hour started a little bit quicker, I think, this morning because the local news, I'm having a little issue with the local news right now, trying to get it to load correctly, so we may be doing without today on the local news for now. So if you're listening on YouTube at the top of the hour, and that's what you hear as our local news instead of our national news, it might be a little old. I apologize for that. We'll try to figure that out today. I got to make note to self to talk to Sonar about that and see if we can't get the local news aspect back for tomorrow's show. Where's my clipboard? Local news back. Make note to self. Local news, any desk. Okay. So that note's written down so I can talk to Sonar about that later. We are on YouTube, as I mentioned. We'll get our staff meeting started in a moment. Let you know what's happening on the show today. Larry Jones is happening on the show today. He'll be here in a little while. And we'll share our thoughts. And you can share your thoughts with us by calling us between 7 and 9 at 847-931-1410. We'll peruse some news and talk about life. Life and news. News and nonsense. Larry Jones and myself. This hour, I'll check a few of the dumb daily holidays. If they're good enough, they could make for some conversation later this morning. The holidays on the way here shortly. I will check a couple of local news stories this hour. Let you know what's happening on the radio shopping show today. Shop show on the air this afternoon at 3. And you can join Matt for that. Join Matt for that. And join Matt in Redemption earlier in the day. He's there at noon until 3 o'clock if you want to swing by and see us here at 14 Douglas Avenue here in downtown Elgin. Matt mans the house starting at noon till 3. And if you ever want to place a radio shopping show order while he's there, call him at 847-741-7700. That's 847-741-7700 between noon and 3. I'll give you a little radio shopping show preview in the 650 segment. Believe it or not, I have used the word of the day, and I have a haiku. It's handwritten today. We're going old school, as I don't really have an easy way right now to type up documents in here real quickly. So, a handwritten haiku. The word of the day is thrive. Thrive. We know what that means, right? To grow vigorously. To prosper. Let's win this day and thrive. The American flag flies, the eagle flies over the fabulous Fox River, and a prayer from Blackhawks Brad, prayer number 1 on the prayer scoreboard. Thanks for the word of the day, BHB. Haiku coming up probably at the end of this hour. Timeout for German, that's doubtful still. Well, we're slowly getting all the pieces back to the show. And that's the way we're going to roll today. Probably no trivia today. We haven't had trivia yet this week, but we should be able to mix trivia in tomorrow morning on the show. So that's what's happening on the morning show. Brian Kilmeade today starts at 9 until noon. And in the noon hour, it's myself. And I sure would like to get a guest for 12:30. I'd almost like to have that be a daily part of Out to Lunch. Me do news and catch you up on things for the first half hour of the 12 o'clock hour. And then swing into a guest at like 12:30 to promote things going on here locally. I've called the Kane County Director of Recycling like twice yesterday. Didn't get a call back yet. But maybe I can get someone to talk about the Recycle event going on Saturday. If you have a good guest idea for me, let me know. You can always send me a text at 901-647-1240, or you can send me an email. I check my 4 or 5 emails every day, much as I can. I really got to I've been disconnected with my First Responders Fest email for a little while here. I got to reconnect to that. But you can send me an email at mark@WRMN1410.com. That's mark@WRMN1410.com. If you ever want to promote anything, Cheeseburger, she uses that method of sending me information all the time, Sherry Ashenbrenner. And Sherry sends me scam information and other senior information. She is the senior liaison to the city of Elgin, and she has her show here on WRMN on the third Tuesday of every month. We had a fifth Tuesday yesterday, so we kicked into Kill Meat early. But next week we have Medicare Made ABCD Easy, and then Elgin Time with Steve Thorne, and then Sherry Ashenbrenner with her show. Third Tuesday of the month. Great information, whether you're a senior or not. She has nice guests and good information every month for you. 6:21 here at WRMN. What else is happening? Larry Dreyfall was in yesterday, our friend, and we're going to bring back Elgin 100 Years. It's been a little rough stretch of that here on the station while we undergo all these changes. But Larry came in, recorded all of his May shows yesterday, so we'll see if we can't. We don't have it ready yet for today. But hopefully by tomorrow or the next day, we can get Larry Dreyfall and Elgin 100 Years back for you as a part of our 6 o'clock hour. So that's all happening today. Where do I go from here? How about some news? It seems like I'm forgetting something. I guess it's because I started early, right? So let's go ahead and do a little news for you this morning. You know what? Before we do the news, let's check in with a few of our staffers this morning and see what y'all have to say. That's what I'm forgetting. We're on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Good morning to the Big Boss Man who checks in, sends a bunch of prayers to the prayer scoreboard. Big Boss Man came away with a couple of sweatshirts yesterday while he was here. He's back to work this morning, I assume. I didn't ask him why he wasn't working yesterday. He sends us 13 prayers to the prayer scoreboard. We have 14, although my prayer scoreboard says 49. I guess I forgot to reset the prayer scoreboard. Do over. Now we have 14 on the prayer scoreboard. What else is happening? Dennis D, not so young. Where are you? I keep seeing these tease messages. Good morning, first shifters. Have a great day and see you all soon. Where are you? Where are the D not so youngs? They're somewhere between Texas and Illinois. Maybe they're in Illinois. Maybe they're trying to stay under the radar. I don't know. Maybe we'll get an update today. Dennis D, not so young. I think I went by your house. No, not yesterday. Day before yesterday. It's still there. It is still standing, and it appears to be unscathed from when you left it before. Welcome back to town, Dennis D. Not So Young. Captain Keith, senior engineer, Elgin High, class 1978, back when life was great, and I was 8. And down in the Colony, Texas, back in 78. We say good morning to Amboy Jeff, checking in from probably Amboy. Still makes his way into town many days. Amboy Jeff says, good morning, first shifters. Everyone have a great day. From Amboy, Illinois. No Nickname John checks in. Good morning, first shifters. Today is the greatest American grump out. Really? The greatest American grump out, says No Nickname John. I woke up grumpy this morning, says No Nickname John. That was a mistake. I should have just kept her asleep. I woke up grumpy this morning. That was a mistake. I should have just let her sleep. Nice. I like that.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop. Now.
Shut up!
No Nickname John. He says, on a side note, to make sure he covers all his bases, he puts in this little side note. Side note, Sally would say this about me. Uh-huh. Way to bail out of it, no nickname, John. 6:25 here at WRMN. And we say good morning to Becky Blue checking in. Ooh, Becky Blue. Good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you again for all the birthday wishes yesterday. Becky Blue was in a great mood yesterday. I hope you had a great birthday. I saw everybody wishing you happy birthday, and I saw your Facebook post last night. Becky Blue in the house. Good morning, everybody. Have a wonderful Wednesday. And thank you again for the birthday wishes. You gave me a great start to a great day. 6 suns shining. That emoji from Becky Blue this morning. 6:26 here at WRMN. Switching over to VITs for a moment, and then we'll check some news. Good morning to Linda Carter. Yep. Linda Carter. Oh, it's not there yet. Ooh, shh. Linda Carter sending a bunch of prayers, a pile of prayers to the prayer scoreboard this morning. My voice is not there yet. Need some more water, I guess. Wow. Linda Carter says, welcome back to Wednesday. And, yes, God bless. Keep the faith. Walk in victory with Jesus all the time with Linda Carter. It is 6:27 here at WRMN. Nando checking in. Good morning, Nando. Good morning and happy Wednesday, everyone. Have a great day. Be kind to others, says Nando. Good idea. He checked in this morning at 3:17. Tony Cool stamped the show. She did that at 4:31 a.m. Tony Cool. And she lets us know this is staff meeting number 82 of the year. Staff meeting number 82, that's 2024. No, that's the year. That's number 1039 since we started counting. The 82nd staff meeting of this year. Wow. 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 The bell's in a big-time mood today.
Wow.
Yeah. Tony Cool checking in, stamping the show. 82nd staff meeting of the year, 847-931-1410. That's the phone number here at this here radio station. Let's take a phone call right now and see what's happening. It's one of the D Not So Youngs chiming in. Let's see which one it is. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Get up there. Hey, what's up, Marky?
How you doing, Dennis D Not So Young?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're in southern Illinois right now.
Are you making your way up home today then?
We should be home sometime today.
Yeah. Taking your time, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we stopped at a few places on the way home.
Yeah. Well, are you looking forward to being back tearing up Elm Street?
No, not really.
No? Well, you could have faked it and said yes.
Oh, yeah, we definitely can't wait to get back.
It's been a long time. You miss us all so much, I know.
Well, that we do.
All right. Well, what are you thinking? Middle of the afternoon? You're off to a good start. Did you just get going, or have you been on the road for a while?
No,
we're still sitting here in our jammies.
Oh, okay.
We just got up. We have to have breakfast and then get on the road.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a safe final leg and call us when you get back this afternoon if you want to.
I'll give you a call later this afternoon. Maybe we'll have a beer.
Sounds good, man. Look forward to seeing you.
All right.
All right,
Talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Dennis D. Not So Young checking in. First time I've talked to Dennis D. Not So Young in a while. And it's going to be a great day here. You're coming back to some nice weather. We got sunshine with a high of 75 today. Good have a beer weather. That's for sure. 6:30 here at WRMN. All right, well, let's see. Let's get back to VITs for just a minute. Then I think I'll take a little pause for the cause and then come back and hit you with some news, some radio shopping show information, and What else? The holidays, the dumb daily holidays today. Tony Cool stamped the show. Blackhawks Brad, the word of the day is thrive, to grow vigorously. We had CK checking in. She's not to the radio station yet, but she will be in about 10, 15 minutes, I suppose. She usually comes in about 6:45. Good morning, Mark, Larry, and all the first shifters. Wishing you all a beautiful and safe Bass Ackwards Wednesday. CK sends us 7 prayers. She's stepping up her prayers on the prayer scoreboard, and 7 American flags. We're already up to 41 on the prayer scoreboard this morning. And the director of Shots Fired. He's been burning the midnight oil. Up all night, making sure there have or have not been shots fired in the city of Elgin. He struck gold this morning at 1:34. The 1000 block of Prospect Street in the Neenah neighborhood, over there by the old Sherman Hospital, right? It's the second time in 3 weeks shots fired were on this block. Do we have a troubled house over there? We have a troubled house over on Prospect. And City Council members John Steffen and Carol Rauschenberger live within crawling distance of this block, as does State Representative Anna Moeller. Just for the record, Director of Shots Fired wants us to know that. 6:32 here at WRMN. So I'll give you the details on the shots fired, although that was pretty much it. And other news stories coming up in just a few moments. It is a beautiful day. We're sitting at a very warm 60-some-odd degrees this hour. Let's see where we are. It didn't cool off very much last night at all. Stayed warm in the overnight hours. It's 64 right now. Winds are out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour. And you're listening to Hour 1 of the first shift on the first day of May, right here at AM 1410 WRMN. And WRMN Radio on YouTube. Good morning.
A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together.
We are Lions International, the world's largest service organization. We are volunteers committed to strengthening our communities and supporting those in need, one act of kindness at a time. For more than a century, Lions have been serving a world in need, right here in our community and around the world. Lions International makes the impossible possible. This is your invitation to join us, because the only thing missing from our mission to make a difference is you. Visit lionsclub.org to find a local Lions Club near you.
Everything is fantastic at the China House Buffet on Sycamore Road in DeKalb. Scrumptious food combined with a wide variety of flavors, all served with love, await you. Choose from Chinese delicacies like Shanghai shrimp rolls, crab rangoon, and spare ribs. There's seafood, beef, as well as chicken wings and shrimp. The China House doesn't stop at Chinese food on the buffet. They also have Japanese favorites, including beef teriyaki, sushi, and hibachi, plus American food. Tempt your taste buds. Visit eatchinahouse.com today.
Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook. Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and solve your cabin fever issues. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score fun deals every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Bowl with your friends and hit the lanes each week by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and fun times for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and beat your cabin fever. Visit Bolero.com.
Looking for a place to try for breakfast or lunch? You'll find a gem of a restaurant with amazing food and great prices at the Tripleberry Cafe, 435 Angela Lane in Crystal Lake. For breakfast, try Tripleberry's strawberry cheesecake French toast, ribeye steak and eggs, or carnitas skillets. At lunch, there's the AM burger or Chipotle chicken BLT. There's delicious homemade cream of mushroom soup. For tasty home cooking, Tripleberry Cafe is the place to be. Visit tripleberrycafe.com.
Rooted in their family Mexican history, churros are made daily with love. Churros and Chocolate at 2533 West Algonquin Road has churros made from family recipes with care and fresh each day with delicious fillings. There's also the Frida Cafe where you can relax and catch up with a friend while having a warm drink. Try Churros and Chocolate specialty churros, the churro sundae, or take home a churro cake. Visit churros, the letter Y, chocolateinc.com.
Welcome back to the first shift. Last year on this day, Gordon Lightfoot passed away at the age of 85. This is Sundown here on the first shift.
I can see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again.
Gordon Lightfoot died last year on this date, 2023. What a song, Sundown. I know George, the previous caller, doesn't like it. I don't care what it stands for. I like the way it sounds. The simple me. 6:38 here at WRMN AM 1410. WRMN radio on YouTube. It's a good sounding song. I can sing that in karaoke too, for the record. 6:39 here at WRMN on a Wednesday, Bass Ackwards Wednesday. Thanks for your comments on YouTube this morning and on VIT messaging at 901-647-1240. Let's get into the news a little bit. We'll start with what the director of Shots Fired reported to me this morning. I went to the Facebook page, and yes, it says pretty much what was reported by the director of Shots Fired. This morning, we got May off to a great start, 1:34 a.m. Officers responded to the 1000 block of Prospect Boulevard near the old Sherman, the Neenah neighborhood, for a report of shots fired. Upon arrival, officers confirmed shots fired had occurred. End of story. If you have information that may assist, please call 847-289-2600 or to text a tip. Send a message to 847-411. Include Elgin PD in the beginning of the text along with the message and or tip information. If you saw City Councilman John Steffen out firing his gun this morning, let authorities know. I guess he lives in crawling distance of where that occurred. Include Elgin PD in the beginning of the text along with the message and or tip information, or visit cityofelgin.org/crime tip for more crime tip options. Well, I saw this yesterday. It's maybe something that the Sultan of South Elgin has something to say about. Seems like a pretty sweet deal to me. Sweet deal for Domovsky is the way that I titled this story. Sweet deal for Domovsky. Elgin Area School District U46 officials approved a separation agreement allowing the Bartlett High School principal Michael Domovsky to resign at the end of the school year, and he collects $50,000 severance. According to his attorney, Domovsky was accused of improperly changing student grades, a charge he flatly denied. Attorney Stephen Glink said the grades in question were marks from the school's credit recovery program, where students are given a chance to improve a low grade. Domovsky was placed on paid administrative leave back on the 15th of March, so about a month and a half ago. School board members earlier this month approved a resolution reclassifying him as a classroom teacher. We're demoting you to teacher. I'm not sure if that's a demotion, but seems like principal's the highest rank at the school, right? I mean, it seems that way. So he was demoted to teacher with the corresponding decrease in pay for the upcoming school year, 24-25. Glink, the attorney who described Domovsky as a beloved principal, he is his attorney, after all. He said any action his client took was in accordance with district policy. Domovsky had requested a public hearing, which was actually set for Monday, before the school board. Had the issue gone to the public hearing, both sides could have called witnesses to testify before the school board, and this is a process that could have taken a long time. Neither side wanted to fool with it. Board President Sue Kerr said the settlement, approved by a vote of 6-1, came after considerable consideration by the board. 6-1 vote. She said the next step will be finding a new principal for Bartlett High School, who she said will play a critical role in our healing process. Ooh, yes. There's lots of healing needed. Come on. A critical role in the healing process.
Whatever.
Melanie Meidel, who served as a high school principal and assistant superintendent in U46 before retiring, continues to serve as the interim principal at Bartlett for the rest of the school year. So there's that. It is 6:43. We're checking a little bit of news here at WRMN on this Wednesday morning. We got shots fired in Elgin about 5 hours ago. Nobody struck. And let's see. We have a little First Shift 411 to share with you now. Stop the human trafficking. The Kane County State's Attorney's Office and community organizations are holding a human trafficking summit from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. May the 11th at the Christ Community Church at 820 South Randall Road in South Elgin. The summit aims to enhance public awareness, deliver educational resources, and foster networking opportunities to combat human trafficking within Kane County. The event's free, open to the public. If you want to learn more about how the whole human trafficking system plays out, for lack of a better way of saying it. The summit will include presentations from the State's Attorney's Office, One Collective, Out of Darkness, Naomi's House, and representatives from the Elgin and St. Charles Police Departments. Presentations will cover various aspects of human trafficking, including introductory sessions, advocate testimonies, panel discussions, and internet safety protocols. Individuals from all backgrounds are invited to attend. Whether already engaged in anti-human trafficking efforts or seeking ways to contribute to the cause against human trafficking, that is. The deadline to RSVP is May 6th, so today's May 1st. You got about 4 or 5 more days. If you want to RSVP and attend this, admission is free, and a complimentary lunch and coffee will be provided during the event. This is a Saturday from 8 until 2, so it's a long event on a Saturday over at Christ Community Church at 820 South Randall Road in South Elgin. District Attorney or State's Attorney Jamie Mosser has made fighting human trafficking a priority since taking office back in 2020. She is committed to working with law enforcement and community partners to identify and eliminate it, according to the release. Last July, her office charged 5 individuals for allegedly commercially sex trafficking multiple victims in the western suburbs. The charges came after a months-long investigation that uncovered a network operating across the area, beginning with the discovery of a brothel in St. Charles. Yeah, a brothel in St. Charles.
Wow.
I know. Who would have thunk it? The cases of the 5 busted are still pending. If you have any further inquiries about this event, or human trafficking in general, I guess, email freedom@onecollectiveelgin.org. That's freedom@onecollectiveelgin.org. Look up One Collective, I guess. Google it, and maybe you can find out more about what they're all about and more about human trafficking in general. 6:48 here at WRMN, hour 1 of the first shift. This is the first time that I can remember in this year, I think maybe, that the actual meeting of the minds, the executive board, the executive committee of the first shift is meeting outside. I did bring the table and chairs outside, and it's warm enough this morning. It is. It's in the mid-60s, which is oddly warm for this time of the day, this time of the year. And so we have Gina and CK and Larry and Anna the Chairman, Director of Foreign Affairs. They were joined by Robles Ralph for a few minutes as he came by. The newbie and the Subi, the not-so-newbie and the Subi, Robles Ralph. Put the robe on, Ralph. Thankfully, he had a robe on. And he has made his way since. Studio 14 Naked Eye Cam this morning, activated at 5:33. At 5:56, we saw friend of Brenda. She's still looking for me as she drives by and looks in the window while she's driving. I saw you, friend of Brenda. She's over in the hut next to Eaton's Redwood Inn. If you want to go see friend of Brenda, buy yourself a bong and celebrate the Great American Grump Out. You won't be grumpy anymore. Get some healthy cigarettes, maybe a winning Powerball ticket, by visiting our friend of Brenda. The hut's over there by the entranceway to downtown Elgin. We got Robles Ralph on the Honkers log this morning at 6:32. And we're always looking for you if you want to drive by the radio station and jump onto the Honkers log here as a part of the first shift. 6:49 here at WRMN. Well, we don't usually get a chance for first shift 411 on days when Larry's here in the 7 o'clock hour. I guess we could, but doesn't seem to flow with the show so well. So let me just touch on a couple of things right now while we're doing first shift 411. Excuse me. Got to get some more water. Let's see. Representative Anna Moeller is honoring Mother's Day with a May Diapers and Wipes drive. Yes, diapers and wipes. State Rep Anna Moeller honoring mothers in the area by providing supplies for local families with young children. Moeller's Diapers and Wipes Drive runs from Wednesday, today actually, May 1st, through the 29th of May. So the entire month of May, basically. The drive is in collaboration, my favorite word, with the Elgin Partnership for Early Learning to collect new, unwrapped diapers, pull-ups, and wet wipes for local families. Diapers are requested in sizes 2 through 6, and pull-ups for sizes 2T through 6T. Donations can be made at the following locations. Representative Moeller's office, 164 Division Street, Suite 103, right around the corner from the radio station here. The Taylor Family Branch YMCA at 50 North McLean Boulevard. The Gail Borden Public Library at 270 North Grove Avenue. The drive is one of several that Moeller's office leads throughout the year to help meet the needs of the community. If you have any questions, you can call Representative Moeller's district office, 847-841-7130. That's 847-841-7130, or State Rep Moeller at gmail.com. Moeller spelled M-O-E-L-L-E-R. State Rep Moeller at gmail.com. First Shift 411 here at WRMN, 651. Let's see. I will share more with you coming up in the noon hour today, and I will try to maybe get a guest at 12:30 to talk about one of these events. We have Ready, Shreddy, Go, Kane County Shred Fest coming up Saturday. This Saturday at 540 South Randall Road in St. Charles from 8 until noon. And go the latter part of the fest. They call it a fest. I guess it's fun to watch stuff get shredded. But I don't think they serve beer, so what kind of a fest is it really? Please sort your papers so that you only bring confidential materials. Event staff or volunteers may ask you to leave the line and sort your papers if you bring materials that will contaminate the paper being shredded and impact recycling. I'll give you some more of the do's and don'ts. What to bring, what not to bring during the noon hour today during Out to Lunch, and maybe I can get the recycling coordinator for Kane County on the phone, and she can tell us about it. 6:53 here at WRMN. On the radio shopping show today, I haven't pulled up our website yet, so let me do that real quick. Well, actually, I have the cheat sheet over here, so let me see. It is the Elgin Symphony Orchestra. We have a $130 pair of tickets that can be yours for $30 to go to the Elgin Symphony Orchestra. We have Rouse Center for the Arts, George Michael Reborn. It's coming up this Saturday. So is the symphony event. A $90 pair of tickets to the Rouse Center for $24. Heinz Brothers Greenhouse, Plant a Pot for Mom. That's a class, I think, that goes on next week, May the 8th, which is what, Wednesday of next week? Yes. A $15 value for $5 to take part in this class. Heinz Brothers Greenhouse, it's about time to plant. Are you ready? The Egyptian Theater, Spies of the World, Grateful Dead show. May 10th, a $60 pair of tickets for $20 on the radio shopping show today. The International Gem and Jewelry Show going on May 10th through the 12th. We can send you there for a $16 pair of tickets for $5. And the super saver item of the day, well, I'm not sure if I should say or not, but it's Schaumburg Boomers, a 4-pack of passes, $64 value, $28 on the radio shopping show. Captain Kirk from KQP. Kirk's Quality Printing has just drove by for the second consecutive day, heading for a paint job somewhere in the area, I suppose. Great day for a paint job, huh? 75 degrees and sunshine today. Good morning, Captain Kirk. He's on the Honkers log this morning at 6:54. All right, so we have about 4 minutes until our top of the hour break, actually about 3.5. So what can I accomplish here? Maybe a couple more shout outs. Let's see if anybody else has jumped onto YouTube this morning and said, hey. Robles Ralph did. He sent us 6 prayers to the prayer scoreboard and actually did a stop by this morning, a brief stop by from the Robles one. Basic Brendan in the house. Good morning, First Shifters. Have a great day from Brendan. Hey, Brendan. You have a great day too, buddy. Dad and son do it all. That's the handle for Northwest West and Northwest Wesley Jr. II. Happy Wednesday, Junior II, and I wish you and yours a great day. All our best. The Sultan of South Elgin checks in. Good morning, Mark and the WRMN Shifters. Y'all have a perky and peaceful Wednesday. Sending baseballs. Cubs were sloppy last night and lost 4-2 to the New York Mets. Patrick Wisdom does not play a very good first base. Let's just say that. Although Dansby Swanson's error throw wasn't very good, but Wisdom as a first baseman should at least probably stop the ball. Anyway, four runs, most of them unearned last night, and the Mets beat the Cubs 4-2. I don't know how the White Sox did. Stay tuned for further details on that. Let's see. The Soto family checks in. Good morning, Mark, and the first shifters from Hector, Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom, all up in the house today. Kimmy D, her and Dennis D, not so young. They're driving. They're not driving yet. They're actually in the camper still. When they called about 25 minutes ago, they're about to be driving. They were still in their PJs when they checked in this morning at 6:30. They'll be on their way back, and I would imagine sometime middle of the afternoon, they will arrive on Elm Street, back in town. Dennis and Kimmy D, not so young. And she says, happy day, Camel Day to all. And First Shift Sherry says, morning all. Lovely morning once again. It sure is. FSS. Thanks for checking in on YouTube. We'll get some more VIT messages and YouTube comments as the show goes on today. It is May Day. It is the Great American Grump Out. So we haven't really checked the Dumb Daily Holidays. Maybe I'll save that for Larry Jones next hour. We can touch on that. Let's see if we can actually have a haiku for a change. 1, 2. We'll finish the hour with the haiku. I finally got a chance to write one this morning. So let's do that. Today's haiku from me to you, using Blackhawks Brad's word of the day, which is thrive. Please repeat after me. Thrive in your career. Take great pride in what you do. Results will follow. Thrive in your career. Take great pride in what you do. Results will follow. That's a good haiku, isn't it? Not bad. Can I pat myself on the back? 6:58 here at WRMN. Heading for the 7 o'clock hour. We'll check the top of the hour news, and then we'll get it going. Larry Jones will be making his way into the studio.
Seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Prevnar 20. In Kane County, the historic Cole Pope House, an architectural gem from 1867, is undergoing historic renovation. The project focuses on revitalizing the building's exterior, addressing such areas as the roof, chimney, and the paintwork with an intent to preserve the vibrant yellow Italianate style recognized by so many. The City of Elgin has announced that due to ongoing work on the Highland and Chicago Street bridges, inspections for the Kimball and National Street bridges have been postponed until the current closures are lifted. The City of Elgin is hiring for its science, technology, engineering, arts, and math summer internship program. 10 students who are interested in STEAM careers can find their work in the IT department, police, water, parks, special events, or the city manager's office. Find out more on the City of Elgin website. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Garibaldi's Italian Eatery offers Italian dishes, subs, kids menus, and their delicious pizza. The foundation of a great pizza starts with the crust. Garibaldi's crust is crunchy at the bottom, airy in the middle, and perfect every time. The finest ingredients are used to give their pizza this exquisite crust and wonderful taste. Dine at either of the Garibaldi's 2 locations in Hoffman Estates and Arlington Heights. Free party rooms are available too. Visit Garibaldis.com today.
Hide out with friends at Galati's Hideaway in Cary. It's the perfect place for lunch, dinner, and specialty drinks. Check out their sports bar for the best spot to watch games. Try Galati's dining room for a relaxing night of dining on their signature Italian dishes. Try their great pizza or the Build Your Own Burger. Galati's Hideaway also has a large variety of entree favorites like prime fillets, steak kebabs, salmon, and ribs. Book your party in their banquet room. Visit GalatisHideaway.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. At Fenway Park, the Red Sox got by the Cubs 5-4. Boston scored the winning run in the bottom of the 9th. Tyler O'Neill with a game-ending bloop single. The Cubs trailed 4-1 before Mike Tauchman hit a tying 3-run homer in the 8th. The White Sox swept Tampa with a 4-2 win in Chicago on Sunday. The Sox have wins in 3 straight. Eric Fetty tossed a 7-hit ball into the 9th, helping the Sox improve to 6-22. It's still the worst record in Major League Baseball. They outscored Tampa 21-13 over the series. Gavin Sheets and Eloy Jimenez, each with 3 hits for the Sox in the finale. American Hockey League playoffs, the Grand Rapids Griffins took a 3-2 overtime win over Rockford in Game 1 of their division semifinal series. Game 2 this Wednesday night in Rockford. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Are you ready for Mother's Day? Macy's Friends and Family is going on right now. It's the perfect time to save on the perfect gift for mom with an extra 30% off designers that rarely go on sale when you use your coupon or Macy's card. And take 15% off makeup, fragrances, and more beauty favorites she'll love. Plus, get your Mother's Day gifts even faster when you pick up in-store or curbside. Today at Macy's. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Some people just know the more you protect, the more you save with Allstate because they know insurance math. Like if you protect your home and auto, Allstate can save you up to 25%. So it's like losing money if you don't bundle. Save more when you protect more. Bundle home and auto with Allstate today.
Bundled savings vary by state and are not available in every state. Saving up to 20.
A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together. A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter the time of the day, WRMN 1410 AM is your platform to voice your views, share your stories, and connect with the Valley like never before. We're more than just radio. We're a community conversation that's always live, always local, and always looking for your input. Want to chime in on the drive time deal with Matt McNeil? Got a hot tip for first shift with Marky B? Or maybe you've got a question for a one-on-one with Leah. Now's the time to make your voice heard by calling Studio 14 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You can join in the dialogue from wherever you are by commenting on our YouTube live streams at WRMN Radio. Hit the subscribe button to get notified when we go live and bring your comments to the table. It's easy, it's fun, and hey, it's what neighbors do. We talk, we listen, we engage. You're not just the audience, you're part of the show. Call in, comment, and let's make radio interactive. WRMN 1410 AM, where your words are part of our wavelength.
It's heating up at El Diablo Cantina, located by Spring Hill Mall at 113 Southwestern in Carpentersville. Fuel up with authentic recipes from all over Mexico, made fresh daily. Cocktails using the freshest fruits, or your choice of many craft beers go great with the delicious menu. After you fill up with dinner, hit the dance floor and dance the night away with the sizzling salsa dancing on Latin Saturdays, where DJs play the hottest hits. Visit eldiablocantina.com today.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Come see the only train-themed restaurant where all the seating is on the tracks. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill on Main Street in both Bartlett and Glen Ellen is always fun and always fresh. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill serves 100% grass-fed beef hot dogs and burgers. There's also chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and more, all loaded up on two Lionel O-scale trains and delivered directly to your seat. No one sits away from the fun, regardless of age. When a train arrives delivering your food, you'll smile ear to ear. Visit twotoots.com.
It's always exciting to hear Elgin business owners like Tanner Melvin of Side Street Studios share positivity about the local community.
Elgin is on its way, and it has been, and sometimes, we got set back, the pandemic, and it's been rough. Everyone has felt it in so many different ways. What we're trying to do is a lot of hand-holding and shoulder rubbing and being like, it's okay, it's okay. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get this town a lot more money. We're very lucky to live in this community right now. There's nothing like this around here.
Feel the positive power of the first shift with me, Marky B, weekday mornings on WRMN. Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dream. I I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you.
Gordon Lightfoot gets us started in the 7 o'clock hour. First shift, WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. He died on this day last year.
Right.
I'm Radio's Marky B with local legend Larry Jones. Taking it all in here on a Wednesday morning. Beautiful day here in downtown Elgin. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Mark.
What's wrong, Larry? You always give me this look.
That's my job.
It's the Larry look.
That's right. That's my job to give you the look.
You were all happy when you got in this morning. And
I know. I used it all up already. I had 10 good minutes, and I used it before we went on the air.
Yeah.
Actually, have I mentioned to you, I think the music's better on the new WRMN?
You like it?
I think we're doing better in that.
Yeah, well,
we're doing better in a lot of places, but I appreciate it.
I'm really happy that the new managing partners are cutting me loose with a little more freedom to play some music here on the show. And I think you're going to hear more and more in the coming weeks.
I think that's a great plan.
Well, a little music mix with all the information in the morning is a good thing.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to refine that in the next few weeks. Mm-hmm. Gordon Lightfoot.
I like Gordon Lightfoot.
George hates him. Our friend Genius George.
You know, many things I cherish George's opinion.
Yeah.
You know that. But when it comes to Gordon Lightfoot, I don't care.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Now, I like the sound of the Edmund Fitzgerald, but after I hear it once, I mean, we know how it ends. You know what I mean?
Like the Titanic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Without the orchestra. So, yeah.
It's as long as the Titanic movie, though. The Edmund Fitzgerald song is like 6 minutes long.
It's not like the movie. I told you at the movie, I just kept thinking, just drowned. Just be done. I'm tired of this.
So that's one movie that I haven't seen that I don't need to see.
Well, I liked it because I like that whole kind of period and the scenes and the clothes and all that. But I got really tired of it. And my wife got mad at me because, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio floated. He was in the ship in the same water because it had come from outside. That people were dying of hypothermia outside. And I kept saying to her, why doesn't he die in the ship? And she kept saying to me, shut up. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know, and I don't care to know. And I think this is the reason that George doesn't like Gordon Lightfoot songs.
Yes.
Because of the message or something that's hidden within the music. Like Sundown is something about stalking some lady or something. I don't know. I don't want to know
he
that.
has that. You better take care when you hear me creeping around your back stairs.
Yeah.
It's a song.
It's a good sounding song. That's all what it's all about.
That's all we care about. That would be if we had a music show, it would be say, it's all about the sound.
Don't try to get too deep. Just enjoy what you hear.
Yeah, if people call and say, you know what that song means? You just dump them. You know what that song means? No, and I don't care. Gone.
Yeah. Don't mess it up for me.
Don't ruin it for us. Yep.
It's like Every Breath You Take by The Police.
Yeah.
Great song, but it's about kind of like stalking a woman, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Every breath you take,
maybe you're
every move
overthinking.
you make,
maybe it's
every bond you break, I'll be watching you.
But I think it means that's how much
you loves her.
Or maybe it's about a person that's gone, but they're always going to be with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Sting is gone.
Well, it's 7:14, and what a lovely day outside.
It is a lovely day. It won't
Man.
be long till Action Alley. That'll be like a laser coming down through there, and I'll be all squinty.
In about an hour. So if I can remember when we pause for the top of the hour news, that's a good time to move the blinds to column number 1. Is that what you would call that?
Column number 1 won't be enough for me. Now you're just thinking about yourself again.
Well, like when that happens, the left side of the blinds will come to column number 3, but it will still leave the middle
And the middle will be too much for you, right? Because you're sitting right in the middle.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not important to you. I get it.
Yes, you are.
No, come on. Stop toying with me.
There's a little bit of litter in Action Alley this morning.
Yeah, I see that.
Can and a bottle.
Huh.
And maybe a couple of pieces of glass.
Of course.
So be careful if you're going down Action Alley this morning, especially in a car. You don't want to. Don't you hate running over bottles when you're driving your vehicle?
Especially when they're mine. Yes, I really hate it.
Do bottles give car vehicles flat tires?
Tires are much better than they were years ago. But they still can get, but usually now it's like a nail or something.
I get nails I have a nail, I think, in one of my Jeep tires.
Yeah.
But it just sits lodged there. It doesn't do any harm, right? Just leave it there.
If it pops out, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's in the big fat part of the tire, like the tread.
Yeah, that's the good part. I had one in the sidewall, and they're not repairable then. They can't patch the sidewalls.
Got me a hubcap last night, Larry, for the hippie van.
All right, cool. Good for you.
And everybody was really concerned about the missing hubcap.
Everybody's concerned about everything.
No, I mean, you and even Dino, and...
Well, that's because we want you to be happy.
Get that hubcap yet?
Yeah.
It was bothering you for me to only have 3 hubcaps.
I want you to be happy. That's what I sit around my house alone thinking, I hope Mark is okay tonight. That's what I live for, pal.
Well, I had to reach out I had to go jonesing for answers last night.
I didn't want to steer you in the wrong direction. That's why I had you look at the tire quick.
My brain is very weak at about 7 o'clock at night. Not to mention 7 o'clock in the morning, but at 7 o'clock at night, it's really weak. And so I forgot that the R on the tire.
After that means it's radial. And then,
and then the number after that.
It's the wheel size.
Is the wheel size.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was looking for 15.
Yeah.
Then I went to eBay, and the first option was 5 hubcaps for $99.
I mean, that's the package that a guy who's just a hubcap loser would need. Every time you drive it, one pops off. Yeah.
Or a hubcap collector, I guess. But why would they want 5?
I would think you'd only want one of each kind. Yeah. I don't know how big your space is, but yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I had to buy all 5. I didn't have the option to take 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So we kept on scrolling around, and we found one.
Yes.
One for $24.
Right.
I wonder if that's the one they found.
Yeah, you bought yours
back.
I
bought my own hubcap back.
That's great.
Why would somebody have one hubcap for sale?
Because they find them along the ditch line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I bought one for $24, but it still cost me $45.
I know. A hubcap, it's a big box to ship it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to fold it or anything.
So if you buy something off of eBay, because I haven't done that. It's the first time I think I've ever bought anything off.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to buy a lot of stuff there.
No matter how many things you order, the shipping cost is one shipping cost?
Usually because you're buying it from different sellers on eBay. You know? Now, there are some sellers that say they will combine shipping. So if you would buy a couple of items from the same seller, they would combine it. But unlike Amazon or whatever, where it comes from a central location, you buy something from Bob, he ships it to you.
Yeah.
You buy something from you, so that's how it works.
Well, that was weird, though, because after that, I started to surf around a little bit for bean bags.
Yeah.
And just for the heck of it.
That's got to be an expensive shipment. They're kind of big.
Yeah. So I put one in my cart just to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't buy a bean bag last night, but I put one in my cart, and it was going to ship me the hubcap and the bean bag for the same $18 shipping.
Wow.
That didn't make any sense to me because they're coming from two totally different places.
Maybe they internally combine shipping now. I don't know. Trying to keep up with Amazon or I haven't shopped on eBay for a really long time.
Yeah. 847-931-1410 if you want to join the show today.
And you should.
Yes. We're keeping an eye on YouTube to see what you've got to say on YouTube. So, be nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I'm watching.
We've got our eye on you.
We have Brendan on YouTube. He says, so how many bridges are in the Fox River Valley?
Oh, wow.
That a quiz question from Brendan to us. Bridges in the Fox River Valley that go over the Fox River, I suppose.
I think that's what he means. I don't know where else.
Where does the Fox River Valley start and where does the Fox River Valley end? I mean, I know the Fox River goes well up into Wisconsin, but we're not really in the Fox River Valley in Wisconsin, are we?
No.
No, it would be the northern Illinois area.
Yes.
So we'd have to determine the starting point and the ending point of the Fox River Valley.
And, I don't know. That's an excellent question, Brandon. Excellent.
It really is. If you find the answer, let us know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. We have Crazy Kathy checking in, and she likes the song If You Could Read My Mind.
What a tale my soul could tell.
By Gordon Lightfoot.
That's probably hidden, too. Got some hidden message that we hate.
She can read our minds, Crazy Kathy can. I mean, every time I'm thinking I need something, it shows up here at the radio.
She senses it.
Yeah.
I know.
Clairvoyant.
Yeah.
Sensational Shelley checks in. Oh, what a beautiful morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. So I hope you enjoy your day. Hope you enjoy your day, Sensational Shelley. Thanks for being positive, the queen of positivity.
Yes.
Sending 8 prayers to the prayer scoreboard. We have 62 prayers on the prayer scoreboard.
62 prayers already.
Yeah. I went through the staff meeting quite a bit in the 6 o'clock hour today. So we got a head start.
I was awake so early this morning, Mark.
You were?
Like 4. Yeah. So I read 2 papers, did some stuff online, watched the news, hung around the house as long as I could. Yeah.
I slept okay, not my best. It was warm. It was too warm last night.
That's this time, right?
That's weird. It was 64 degrees or something when I got here today.
Right. It's not warm enough that you want to put the air on.
Right. You're trying not to.
But that's the way I was. When I woke up, I just kind of felt warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
So I kicked off covers and I laid there and I thought, apparently kicking off covers was enough to really wake me up. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
63 degrees right now. Winds are out of the southwest at 10. Let's take a phone call at 847-931-1410 and start our day off with the one and only West Side Freddy.
Okay.
There's your royal entrance, West Side Freddy. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and you guys.
What's up, Fred? What's up with you?
Hey, you know what? A couple things, and I'm glad you brought up that hubcap thing, because for some reason, one of my fallacies is I've always had a social outcast for guys missing a hubcap, man.
You've had a problem with people?
Somebody sitting there and at the red light and going, "What a dork! He's missing a hubcap."
Yeah. I had all my, I went through Britain's car wash a couple of nights ago.
Yeah.
And with the van, and I forgot to take the magnets off the side.
How'd that hold up?
They all came off in the car wash.
I bet they did.
I had to go back and ask him if when they're closed, he walks through the car wash.
Yeah.
Like one last walkthrough for the night.
Yeah.
And there was nobody going through the car wash at the time. So the guy goes, "I'll look right now." He got 11. I think that's probably all we had.
Really?
Yeah.
I think if it didn't take those off, it probably wouldn't get dirt off either, don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I forgot.
I had an Avalon for a long time, just in recent years, and I remember I lost the hubcap. And I'm blind now, but it bugged me. It bugged me so much, I went and took the other 3 off. I'm like, I'm not going to be that dork.
It's weird, though. I never really thought when you look at that van and you go, man, that's a pretty good-looking van for its age, how much less good it looks without a hubcap. I mean, it's amazing what a hubcap does to a vehicle.
It does.
Yeah.
It's like having a good-looking girl with missing a tooth,
You said it, West Side Freddy. You said it.
I'm glad you got it all taken care of, man. I feel real good for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep. Hey, you're talking about the Titanic movie, dude. Way too long, and I don't like DiCaprio, So, they spent too much time letting him run around, be goofy in movies, like semi-superhero. I don't like that, but the history, that's why you should watch it, Mark, because it's got some good actual footage of the discovery of the Titanic and all that. So that's why I sat through it. And is it Bill Paxton? Is he one of the scientists in that? You remember, Larry?
I think he's asking you a question, Larry.
Oh, yeah? Sorry.
Larry was daydreaming.
I was looking at the comments. I was reading the comments. I've become kind of a one-trick pony now. I can only do one thing at a time. Give it to me again, Fred.
Yeah, one technology at a time kind of person. No, I was talking about the Titanic and telling Mark you should watch it, not because of DiCaprio, but because of the actual footage of the discovery and.
But then you asked
all that.
You asked him about Paxton, right?
Oh yeah, Bill Paxton. Paxton, isn't he in that movie?
No, I don't think so.
not.
I don't think so.
For some reason, I keep thinking he's.
You might be right, Fred. I kind of glazed over by hour 2, so I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah.
When would I want to watch that movie?
Because it's.
I mean, when?
There's
At night, Saturday night? That doesn't seem like something you'd want to watch on a Saturday night.
It was for February.
No, Fred's dead on this. A cold night, you don't want to have to scrape to go anywhere when you leave or something. You're going to stay in.
Yeah.
It's like part of your enrichment series, Mark.
I know.
You know what I mean? It makes you more well-rounded.
I know.
So you can sit around, make conversation.
Close-ups on DiCaprio. Fast forward, man.
Right. If I had seen that movie,
he's gonna do.
If I had seen the movie The Titanic, this whole radio show could have been dedicated to the Titanic and all the different scenes. We would have talked about the actors, the actresses, what happened.
Some great,
But I can't because I didn't see the movie.
Yeah, that would be just dead air, and people would go, "That guy doesn't know anything." You don't want that,
no?
Do you? You don't want that happening. Yep.
No, for sure. So watch it sometime, Mark. It's got some good stuff in it.
Right.
But like I said, I hate DiCaprio. You know what? I was going to tell you guys we were having some tamale talk.
Tamale talk. Nice.
Yeah, there's a new tamale place. I think Steve Thorne mentioned it, but he didn't say exactly what the name of the place is.
Oh, so they moved over by Steve. They moved by Steve Thorne's
Edison.
house.
Yeah, Edison and Larkin.
It's actually. It's kind of in a storefront.
It's in the old Yanni's.
No, it's not in there.
It's over by Schuchert's, kind of?
It's across the street, but it's in a storefront.
There's 3 little stores.
Yeah.
That.
It's not a standalone building. It's a storefront.
Oh, that's right. Yanni's was
Is where the barbecue place was before, maybe? Wasn't there a barbecue place over there?
Not that I remember, buddy.
No. But anyway, it's right in the middle. There's a lawyer and a mortgage place, and they're right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's a tortilla factory. It says it's called Tortilla Factory. And they make, they sell tortillas, obviously. But they don't make any mention of tamales. But I bought half a dozen, and they're excellent.
Half a dozen?
I haven't had a good tamale in a long time. So
you could eat half a dozen tamales?
Not at one time.
Oh.
And that's the next thing I'm doing after we hang up. I'm warming up some tamales.
Wow.
And you know what? The trick for tamales, when you warm them up, just like I'm a 2-pony guy. I microwave my hot dogs in water, and I microwave my tamales in a little bit of water. So they'll steam up nice and fresh.
Yeah. Well, it sounds. I'll have to check out that place. It's not too far from the radio station.
Yes, I've looked for it a couple of times, and I'm like, man, I don't see no tamale factory. My wife didn't see it. I'm like, it's a tamale factory, but no, it wasn't. So anyway, guys, thanks everybody for your time.
All right, Fred. Thanks, Fred.
Good job, brother.
All right, Westside, take care. Westside Freddy. Getting started today at 847-931-1410. Hour 1 of the Wednesday show. Tamale sounds pretty good.
They are good. The people that used to be at the gas station in South Elgin, one of the callers said, are there. At the tamale.
The new place?
Yeah.
Oh. What's at the gas station in South Elgin now?
I have no idea.
Sushi?
Once they told me it was gone, I didn't go there again.
847-931-1410. Good morning to, Linda Carter. She says, good morning, Larry.
Hi, Linda.
Welcome back to Wednesday. LC sends a prayer. Crazy Kathy sent us a prayer. Ninny Rose decided to yell at us in all caps. Good morning, my beautiful Elginites. Let's have a blessed day. From Ninny Rose. Wendy of Wendy and the Bobs checks in. She's probably hanging. She celebrated a 48th anniversary with Bob yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure, they had a big time last night. Probably stayed up all night. And
maybe went somewhere.
Maybe she hasn't gone to bed yet.
Maybe they went somewhere for like Taco Tuesday and got the anniversary special. You know that?
They might have.
Yeah.
Or they could have gotten loaded and went out for a late-night burrito.
Yeah.
At El Faro.
Yeah. Wow. Could have happened.
Might have happened. 847-931-1410. Back to the phones. Let's check in with our friend Genius George, big Gordon Lightfoot fan.
He is.
Here on the show. Good morning, George.
Hey, George.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, fake news, Mark.
What do you mean?
I love Gordon Lightfoot. Love him. I love Carefree Highway. Larry knows it. I love Rainy Day People. I love if you could read my mind.
Yes.
But the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald and Sundown is about an abusive relationship based on Gordon Lightfoot's real-life connection to Kathy Smith, who was involved in the John Belushi death. Nonetheless, and take that out of the equation.
Yeah.
I hate those songs. I especially hate the cadence of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. If I had to play a loop, Larry, of the most annoying songs in my history, Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks, right at the top.
Yes.
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Yes.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and maybe the most annoying of all because of this particular time and place when I was drinking, sometimes drinking early in the morning, working for the city of Chicago. Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Yes.
If I hear that song again, believe me, I could just explode. My head would potentially explode.
You could jump off one of the bridges that go over the Fox River.
Yeah.
Yeah, right up to the dam.
Did you like that song, Happy?
Happy?
No.
Oh, really?
Oh.
No.
Okay.
What about Dizzy?
Tommy Rowe?
Tommy Rowe?
Tommy Dizzy?
That's right up there, too, Mark.
My head is spinning.
I like Tommy Rowe.
I'm so dizzy. I hate that song.
Oh, God, I hated that song. I know.
What about Mickey?
Tommy Rowe did Hooray for Hazel was a good song. I like that song.
That could be a Wednesday topic. Songs you hate.
Today is
most annoying
songs.
Yes.
They may have, you might link them to like a nasty breakup.
Yeah.
You might hate a song because it was a girl who dumped you's favorite song, and you don't want to think about her or that song.
If you're talking about girls who dumped me during songs, I could probably give you a top 40 within 15 minutes. Nonetheless, I called for something else, too. I had this, and let me tell you first, West Side Freddy, I would do anything to have that voice, almost anything. You remember, Larry, there was a DJ, Chicago DJ, Herb Kent, the cool gent. Whenever I hear West Side Freddy with those magnificent tones of his, I think of Herb Kent, the cool gent, just really laid back. You know that this guy's got something hip going on. I don't know what it is, but I could hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
So, love listening to him. I had this bronchial thing last month, and I talked to my older sister, who I love, absolutely love, and she said to me, you need to get some Vicks. And I actually started laughing. And I said, Diane, when did you become mom? Because I remember my sister growing up in the 60s was so hip. I mean, it was my sister who got me to watch Hullabaloo, which was a great, music show in the 60s. And
it was.
Listening to Gary Puckett and Lou Christie and Ricky Nelson and really cool stuff. And I thought she was so hip and happening. And now she's my mom telling me to use Vicks. I don't even know if they still make Vicks, what Vicks was ever used for. But I know it got me to thinking about my mom and my grandma and their old wives' tales or things that were cure-alls, childhood myths. Vicks was number one. My mom, and I think this is banned now by the FDA, mercurochrome, if that's how you pronounce it. My mom, if you were in a car accident, Larry, no matter what happened, my mom would come there with the mercurochrome, and that would heal everything. Car accident,
I know.
Getting hit in the head with a baseball, just put some mercurochrome on it.
Is there a delineation between iodine and mercurochrome?
I don't know, but I don't think either one are good for you.
No, they always hurt. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then my mom had us convinced. My aunt lived in Maywood, and we were on the west side of Chicago, and it was only a 20-minute drive on the Eisenhower Expressway to Maywood, but it seemed like we were in a different country, kind of upscale and suburban, and these big, beautiful trees. And my aunt had a swimming pool, an above-ground swimming pool. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 feet. So we're 9, 10 years old, and we would go there on weekends, and we loved playing in the pool with my cousins, even though we didn't care much for my cousins. But my mom and aunt told us that, it would be lunchtime inevitably, and then you'd have to wait an hour before you go back in the pool because you would get cramps.
That's right.
Okay.
Cramps.
Wait a minute, Mom. I'm like, I don't know, what are you when you're 10 years old? I don't know, 4 feet, 5 feet tall. I'm taller than the swimming pool. That much I remember. So I'm going to get cramps and drown because I had a hamburger at 12 o'clock. And, we used to have to sit there. Okay, 5 more minutes. It's 12:55. We can go in at 1 o'clock. Are you kidding me?
I know.
You're telling an 11-year-old kid it's 90 degrees out, and he had a cheeseburger. And if you had extra cheese, you got to wait 5 extra minutes before you go in the swimming pool because you might get cramps.
Yeah. If you did get cramps, you'd probably have enough time to swim to the side of the pool.
You could walk.
I'd have enough time to stand up.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
Cramps. I thought maybe cramps was like a monster, an under the swimming pool monster that would pull you down.
Yep.
I must. I got to interrupt this programming really fast for this.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
Yeah.
It's Northwest West and Northwest Wesley Jr. the second inside.
yes.
George.
God bless him. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And then some of my mom's other childhood myths, carrots. Eat carrot. She's always trying to get us to eat vegetables. We hated vegetables. I don't eat much in the way of vegetables now. But carrots, she'd always try. Carrots are good for your eyes. Well, I was forced to eat a lot of carrots when I was a kid, and I've been wearing glasses since I was 17 years old. So I don't think that one worked, Mom. Don't swallow your chewing. If you chew gum, don't swallow it. It'll stay in your system for 5 years.
That's right. Wow. Yeah.
I must have a lot of dentine or juicy fruit still in my system because I know we swallowed a lot of gum in those days. My grandmother, God bless her, and Larry, this is true. She told us a couple of things. Number one, my brother and I were absolutely incorrigible, and she told us that if we crossed our eyes, they would stay there.
I was getting ready to say the same thing, George. My mom told me that too. Yes.
Yeah, and Larry, I know these were universal. There must have been a universal. I know there was no online things, but there must have been a universal parenting
academy.
Yeah.
There was the Universal Parent Academy.
Yeah, if you cross your eyes, they would stay that way.
That's right.
I'm telling you, I think I believed that until I was in my 20s.
I know.
I was always nervous about crossing my eyes.
And if you sat too close to the television, it would ruin your eyes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My grandma said if you sat too close, your eyes would be square. You would get square eyes. Because that was the shape of the television.
I know.
Magnavox. And then my grandma also told us that she would always, my grandma, we didn't have much money, but my grandma was fastidious in cleanliness. She was always that way. And I told you this before. My grandma lived to be in her 70s. She had beautiful teeth, beautiful. She used to brush her teeth with baking soda and beautiful white teeth. I don't think she ever had a cavity. And, but she told us that if you didn't keep your ears clean, you would start growing potatoes in your ears.
Yes.
And again, these are things that, yes, I knew it wasn't quite true, but it was always there, lingering in the back of my mind. My whole life I made sure that my ears had been clean. So, and the last one from my grandma, our parish pastor, Father Kelly, who was a story unto himself, big, foreboding, Moses-looking like character, World War II chaplain, and when Father Kelly came in, whoa, watch out! I mean, it's like a visit from the Pope, and but she had us convinced when we were younger, or sort of convinced, that Father Kelly had eyes in the back of his head, and Larry, I looked at Father Kelly 10,000 times during church services, and I'm looking to see, is he watching me while he's facing the chapel or the pulpit? Is he actually looking at us? I don't know. I thought he had eyes in the back of his head.
Yep. Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah. Well,
stay away from mercurochrome.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the old tales that Mom used to tell.
Yes.
And Grandma.
And most annoying songs, and believe me, there's a whole litany of them.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right,
Larry. Go ahead, Mark.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's a group, and I was just talking to my cousin, and he's going to see Air Supply in. They're at the Rivers Casino in Des Plaines. I think they're getting good music. Ronald Nessie's great great with the Display Theater and the Arcada.
Right.
But I think they're doing some interesting retro bookings at the Rivers Casino in Des Plaines. Like he's going to see Air Supply. Now, Air Supply is a kind of a mushy, bubblegummy kind of group. But I tell you, I hear some of their songs. I like them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind Air Supply so much.
Yeah. I'm All Out of Love.
I'm so lost without you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great song. Oh, yeah. There's a number of good Air Supply songs. I'd go see them.
They came along at the right time. They filled a void in the music.
Yeah.
You know.
And they've been able to hang on because their sappy songs live on. And
are they still the same two guys?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. It's the same two dudes.
And the Titanic, Larry. Bill Paxton is in the Titanic.
Is he?
Plays, oh, yes. And the best time to watch the Titanic is after you listen to the record of the Emmett Fitzgerald. Like, listen to that song 15 times because you'll welcome that atrocity of a movie. I just like that movie so much from the first time I saw it. And it was won an Academy Award, of course, a slew of Academy Awards, but it won in 1995 for Best Picture. And that was the year that great movies, Good Will Hunting, As Good as It Gets.
That's a good.
And L.A. Confidential, Mark. They were all nominated that same year. Those movies, each one of those movies was 100 times better than the Titanic, which was just too drawn out. And, you know, I love Leonardo DiCaprio. He's in that category with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. He's Robert Redford. I mean, he's multi-talented, great actors and multi-talented artists who also happen to be mega good looking. I mean, George Clooney, I don't know if you get any better looking than that, but he's great. He's a great actor. And Brad Pitt, I remember being at a movie in the mid-'70s, Larry, 3 Days at a Condor. My girlfriend, Kathy Hornaday, and I went to see it, and there's a love scene in 3 Days at a Condor with Robert Redford and Faye Dunaway, and she actually, sitting next to me, I'm holding her hand, she starts moaning during this love scene. Okay, this could be a harbinger of something good to happen. I'm not Robert Redford.
But still.
I'm willing to fill in.
She's no Faye Dunaway either, so
she could pretend.
That's right.
You know what? She's cuter than Faye Dunaway.
Oh, yeah?
She was, yes. She certainly was.
All right, George. Well, good to hear from you, buddy.
Okay.
Take care.
You sound good.
Yeah.
Thanks, George.
Yeah, I feel strong.
Good. Take care.
Bye.
All right, George checking in with us. Oops, wrong button. 7:42 here at WRMN on this Wednesday morning. 847-931-1410 is the number to call. I think we'll go into a break. Then we'll come back with more calls.
I like the lead-in to this song a lot.
Yeah.
It just goes on way too long.
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
By the time it's done, you're glad it's sunk.
Yeah.
So.
The big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty.
Please be quiet.
That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early.
This needs to stop now.
The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned. Concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Then later that night...
It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
You never know what or who you'll hear from on the first shift with me, Marky B. Like Tim Skoning, a WRMN news reporter back in the 1960s.
The jingles you all play, they were purchased by Dick Sutter. He was at some radio convention. He came back with this reel. I remember them playing that in the studio. We were so excited. We thought we were network now. And it's the same jingles today.
That's great.
Every time I hear them, I get excited about it.
I'm sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Fun times on the first shift, right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Twins Gyros, located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, serves traditional gyros as well as its award-winning chicken gyros on a pita. Twin Gyros has a diverse menu that includes barbecue ribs, chicken dinners, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Check out the full menu at twinsgyros.com. That's Twins Gyros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
I usually go to Tripleberry during the week. It's not so busy. I had my normal lumberjack omelet. It's like a meat lover's omelet, and their fries are awesome. Just the texture of it, they're a little crisp, soft on the inside. I mean, really good.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hey parents, are you searching for the ultimate spring break and summer solution for your kids? Look no further than Adrenaline Monkeys Adventure Camp in West Dundee. The week-long camps are ideal for ages 5 through 12. They're packed with exciting activities like obstacle courses, climbing, and educational demos. Look for full or half-day options to keep your kids active and engaged. Enroll now for spring break and summer 2024 at adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD and transform their time off into unforgettable adventures.
For an absolutely amazing meal and attentive, smiling staff, try Red Ox Restaurant and Bar in Hampshire. They have a delicious Friday night fish fry. There's so many great dishes on the menu that'll keep you returning. Try their savory French onion soup. Then for your main course, choose from a wide variety of steaks and chops, fried chicken, shrimp, or juicy prime rib, done just the way you like it. Red Ox also has daily specials and a full bar for you and your friends. Visit redoxhampshire.com today.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300.
$100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply.
Member FDIC.
.48. Welcome back to the first shift here at WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. John Fogerty in center field.
Well, I beat the drum and hold the phone. The sun came out today. We're born again. There's new grass on the field. Around the third and headed for home. It's a brown-eyed, handsome man. Anyone can understand the way I feel.
Coming back. Hey, maybe we should talk about SB Nation, Larry Jones.
You want to get it out of the way now?
During the break, we were talking about the Cubs and the White Sox.
And now you got this song playing. It's the perfect segue in. You know that?
And I've been forgetting here lately, and we have to squeeze it in at the very end of the show.
We have to run. We make a run for it. All right, buddy. Well, if you like sports, and we do here, and a lot of our callers do, If you like sports, a good place to check out is Zestin Sports. B is in Blog Nation. There is a blog for any sport you're interested in. To get to SB Nation, get to the App Store and get the SB Nation app for your smartphone or tablet. You can always log in at sbnation.com. When you get there, please stop by the Knights and Ice blog. See what everybody Shepherd Price writing about? Then you can go anywhere. I bet the Bears blog still humming.
Yep.
Still humming.
Yep. Everybody's excited right now about the Bears.
Yeah, I know. Remember 2 years ago we were really excited, and then the Packers just slapped them around, and that was
First
that
game of the season. That was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Gosh. Wow. Anyway, that was like putting a nail in the tire. You know, that was like.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was so disappointing. But anyway, there is a blog for any sport you're interested in. You can leave your opinion if you want to. I know a lot of people are a little hesitant to do that. But anyway, you can if you want to. What I like best is you can go there when you want to. So do us all a favor. Check out SB Nation. See if sports blogging is for you.
There goes the mystery man in the small beige van.
Is that beige? I thought it was silver.
Silver?
My eyes aren't what they used to be, apparently.
I think it's beige.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of squinty.
That's Dick.
Robles Ralph was out there visiting.
I know. How about that?
I know. Yeah.
He stayed for 4 minutes.
There's a lot of yoinks going on.
He must have had some stimulating conversation out there. It kept Robles Ralph at the table for 4 minutes before he got up and left.
And he was off. He was going to go work out or do something.
Oh.
Yeah.
7:50.
I should wear more sportsy-like clothes and act like I'm going. I'm going to go, you know. I usually do a few things and then just go to Dunkin' Donut or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think John Fogerty likes the song Center Field? I bet he doesn't.
He's got one of the most distinctive voices, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You never have to guess, is it his song?
I mean, that's like a quick hit that he knew would be a big hit in all baseball parks.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good song.
It isn't bad. It isn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Do you like Creedence? You like their songs?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. It's 7:50 here at WRMN. And I also play that song because I wanted to give a high school baseball update, Larry Jones. We don't do that on the show.
We would.
But I'm noticing that the Daily Herald seems to be, unless I'm just noticing it. Maybe it's been happening all along. They've been covering high school baseball.
I noticed that there's a lot of coverage. I don't know of how much it is about our area schools, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, they should, because there's a lot of our area schools that are doing pretty well this year. And Huntley's ranked number 1. I'm not sure who does this ranking.
Them.
The Daily Herald's ranking?
Yeah,
probably
right.
so, yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
Their sports writer.
Yeah.
Has his top 20.
Right.
Well, he's got Huntley at number 1.
Yeah. Why? I like Huntley. Okay, good enough.
They're 19-2 so far this season. St. Charles North, number 2 at 15-2. St. Charles East, number 3. Actually, number 4.
Oh.
Geneva is number 9. They were upset by Batavia in this past week.
Aha.
But they are 15-3 so far this year. Burlington Central. That school, last time I went by, it looks like it's expanding out there, Larry. They're putting a new part on the building.
Are they?
Yeah. Burlington Central's 14-6. They're ranked number 12. And they swept a pair of games from 14-6 Jacobs here recently. And Hampshire's number 18 with a record of 14-6. They're in the same conference with Huntley, I guess.
Any of the Elgin area, like Elgin or Larkin or Streamwood or South Elgin or Bartlett?
No. Not in the top 20.
Maybe if they would have the top 40.
Maybe. South Elgin's women's softball team's good, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Kim Washer's daughter, Bree, plays on that. She's a good athlete.
She plays on the team now?
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think she's a senior, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think, unless, because I thought maybe she was already in college now.
She might be. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what happens with kids?
Time flies.
I think they're still what they were last time I saw them, and, you know.
Yeah. Well, South Elgin had a 22-game winning streak snapped by Bartlett this week. Yeah. Those Bartlett Hawks.
Yeah.
8-5, the final score. Emma Engels hit a big 3-run homer in the game to give Bartlett a come-from-behind win. The victory snapped the Storm's 22-game. It was a conference winning streak, not an actually overall winning streak.
Right.
22-game conference
That's what counts,
streak.
though. You know that.
Dated back to April of last year.
Yeah.
Bartlett scored 4 runs in the top of the 4th to pull ahead 4-3. South Elgin rallied to grab a 5-4 lead, but Bartlett came back to win 8-5. So Congratulations to Bartlett on upsetting South Elgin, and congratulations to the South Elgin female softball team for being really good.
Actually, South Elgin Chris?
Yes?
He says Bree Washer is a senior at South.
Okay. So she got another daughter.
You made me... She only has one daughter.
She only has one daughter?
One son, one daughter.
So her son's in college then?
Probably, Mark. You had me... I got to tell you, you corrected me so well, you had me doubting myself. So...
Well, I thought I had a conversation with Kim Washer, and she was going to see her daughter play. But maybe she was going to see her daughter play a high school game. I was thinking she was traveling to go see a college game or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she was on a traveling team.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
7:55 here at WRMN. Lots of people are getting their letters in on YouTube today.
Yes.
Instead of saying steps in and working out. Lots of people not getting cheated by YouTube today. The Commander says, Happy Wednesday, Shifters. It's a beautiful morning in Louisville, Kentucky. And but back here at the Legion, the Commander's missing lunch. Because today, from 11:30 until 1, Sloppy Joe with chips, $4.75.
You can't beat that price for a lunch, right?
No. Anything under $5 still sounds really good to me.
I know.
Sloppy Joe and chips, $4.75, and an egg salad sandwich with chips is $4.50.
I like good egg salad. Do you? Of course, you got an egg. Yeah. You could make your own egg salad.
I got one boiled egg still over here. I got
just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
Top of the hour break. It's going down.
It's going down.
I'm going to walk away and eat it, though, because I don't like to eat eggs in front of people.
Really?
Yeah.
Little
it's a
something,
weird thing.
When you were young, you were heckled over like a scrambled egg skillet or something like that.
Well, I have a half a hamburger left that Dino got me from the public house yesterday.
Oh.
I have some other leftovers that I brought from the day before yesterday, but that sure sounds good. Sloppy Joe and chips or an egg salad sandwich, either one.
I know.
Sounds good at the American Legion today between 11:30 and 1.
Right. Now, did I see that Hurricane mentioned that the Queen of Hearts was one up there in... was
in Huntley?
No. McKen?
Oh.
Maybe it was Huntley, but it was like a bigger... It was big, but I don't remember which one. She might have to tell us.
It's Wendy of Wendy and the Bobs. Says the Queen of Hearts drawing in Huntley rollover. The pot was 64,418, I think. And now the pot for next Tuesday will be $65,475. That might be worth a little ride up the road to Huntley.
I think the one at the VFW in West Dundee is like about 98,000.
Is it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Close to 100,000.
Yeah.
The American Legion was hit the other night, Larry.
That's the one, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's
our
right.
American
the Elgin
Legion.
American Legion. That's one.
Post 57.
Yeah.
Nailed $29,533 or something like that.
Sadly, by no one who promised to give you like $33 or anything. You got nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure that person has to be a WRMN listener that won. They should cough up a few bucks. Because I talk about the American Legion all the time. I might have been the one that let her know.
Really?
The jackpot was getting so high. Yeah. I think it was a female maybe that won. The next Queen of Hearts is at $13,149.
Yeah.
And it's actually worth $78.89 if drawn next week. So back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning.
For the Queen of Hearts. And 5 prayers to the prayer scoreboard from the Commander. And 15 more from Hector. He and Jeremiah went by at 7:24 this morning, by the way.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's break time, top of the hour news. We're back with hour 2 of the first shift in just a few.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Fernand. Brought to you by Prevnar 20. The City of Elgin is hiring for its science, technology, engineering, arts, and math summer internship program. 10 students.
North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. Twin Zeros Restaurant in Harwood Heights not only serves traditional gyros, but also has chicken gyro sandwiches. Twin Zeros also serves a variety of sandwiches ranging from cheeseburgers and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame, Italian beef, Italian sausage, and combo sandwiches. To ethnic favorites such as Slovaki and Grecian chicken. Slovaki is shish kebabs, specifically chicken or pork shish kebabs, grilled to perfection, served on a warm pita with tomatoes, onions, and our homemade tzatziki sauce. You can also enjoy barbecue ribs served every day. Twins is open 7 days a week and also delivers locally. Located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. That's twinzeros.com.
This is Marky B inviting you to feel the power of the first shift.
To God be the glory, my brother. Thank you so much. You are such an inspiration to many of folk that's here in Elgin. I'm in West Dundee. I'm a Dundeeite now, not an Elginite anymore, but I love you. I can even give a number of prayers that we as a people continue to grow and to be there for one another. Please, people, let's get on board. Check on your neighbors, check on your friends, and just give an inspiration that life is worth living.
It's the first shift weekday mornings from 6 until 10, right here on WRMN.
Family owned for over 40 years with 3 locations around the Elgin area, Beef Villa is open and ready to serve you. Stop in or drive through and get your lunch or dinner hot and fast. Enjoy burgers, dogs, chicken, and of course beef is waiting for you at either Elgin locations or South Elgin location of Beef Villa. Stop in for the Friday fish special, Villa Burger, pulled pork, or the incredible salads available from Beef Villa. Need help feeding a large group? Catering is always easy with Beef Villa. Go to beefvilla.com for catering options. That's beefvilla.com.
Thirst-quenching craft beers await you on tap at the Spotted Fox Ale House in St. Charles with food and drink specials daily. Stop in on Tuesdays for half-off Black Angus burgers and $4 nitro drafts. Fridays feature the Spotted Fox Atlantic Cod Fish Fry. It's hand-dipped in Blue Moon batter, giving it a light, crispy coating, and served on a bed of fries. Grab your boots for country line dancing Saturdays. Watch all the games at the Spotted Fox. Spotted Fox is now hiring, so stop by and apply. Check out SpottedFoxAlehouse.com.
One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left and it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better. We are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend. We've known each other since we were 9 or 10. Together we've climbed hills and trees, learned of love and ABC, skinned our hearts and skinned our knees. Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die
What's George talking about? This is a great song.
It's terrible.
Now that spring
Just horrible.
Seasons of the Sun.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I haven't heard that song enough times in my life to have it annoy me.
Really?
But I could see where it would be annoying if you heard it a lot. I do know that song, but it's been a long time since I heard it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Welcome back to the show. It's hour 2 of the first shift with Larry and myself. That's local legend Larry Jones, and I'm Marky B with you here on a Wednesday morning.
Right.
And we're on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube as we start the hour. And let's catch up with a few more of you on YouTube. First Shift Sherry says, shoot Larry.
Well, I think it was like shoot, comma, Larry.
Oh.
Not shoot Larry. At least I'd like to hope so.
Shoot Larry.
Yeah.
I meant to buy you some nice big purple hearts kitty sunglasses at Dollar Tree and drop them off for you.
But she didn't.
No, she didn't. Hope the eyes are doing better. Are the eyes doing any better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are they?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I kept the light off above us this morning, Larry.
Yeah.
As long as it's not going to be a rainy, really dark day, I don't like that light either.
It's just, they're a little too intense. Wonder if they could put like a dimmer. Wonder if they could put, and we could like.
You know what? It's funny that you say that because I think Dean said there is a dimmer. It just looks like a light switch to me around the corner. I don't know. I'll have to double check.
Doesn't look like a light switch to me. Yeah.
I didn't see any dimmer, but anyway, there might be a dimmer over there that I don't know about.
Yeah.
Dean was trying to show me, but I couldn't find it the other day when I was trying to verify.
I'll look.
It's 10 past 8 here at WRMN. If you want to join us this hour, please do. 847-931-1410.
It can't hurt.
We have Dad and Son Do It All. That's Northwest West and Northwest Wesley Jr. II saying, how have you avoided seeing Titanic, if even just by accident?
First of all, Wes is usually wise.
Yeah.
His surprise that you haven't seen something shows a certain lack of knowledge about you.
Right.
It took me about a year being around you to stop being surprised about the things you hadn't seen.
When I'm in a conversation with people that don't really know me, and they make references to movies,
do you act like...
I just act like I've seen it.
Of course you do.
Oh, yeah.
That.
You know that part where such and such said
yeah.
so? Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't remember that?
I try to play along. I don't feel like having to defend myself for not having seen the movie.
But you have to.
I mean, but it's not hard to have not seen Titanic. I mean,
it is hard.
If it's on and you know it's Titanic and you know it's going to be 3 hours and you don't want to just sit there through it, then you don't see it. And you're not forced to sit down and watch the whole thing.
All right. Make all the excuses. Make every excuse you'd like to make. It still shows that a certain, I don't know, like a part of you that's missing.
There's a number.
You're not the complete person, Mark.
There's a few movies that everybody supposedly has seen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Star Wars would be one of those movies, right? But you've seen it, right?
I saw the first one. I didn't see any after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
In my lifetime. Everybody, Star Wars, E.T.
I liked E.T. a lot.
I don't think
I was pretty sad when I thought he was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Liked Forrest Gump.
I've seen Forrest Gump. I've seen that a few times.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a thing where Tom Hanks said they were trying to work on his voice, Forrest's voice, and he said he was listening to the boy that played the young Forrest Gump, and they ended up making Forrest's voice be like the little boy who was playing him, because he talked like he was from down in Louisiana, down in the bottom.
Yeah.
And so he really kind of adulted up the little boy that was playing the young Forrest Gump.
Huh.
Yep.
Forrest Gump, was that from like 1994 or something like that?
I love the soundtrack from it.
Yeah, a lot of good songs on that soundtrack. 8:13 here at WRMN.
Well, at least you've seen that.
I've seen that.
Good job, buddy. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I'm not sure why I've seen that one and so many others that I should have seen.
Well, don't sound indignant that you saw it. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now you sound like you're mad you had to watch it.
And I'm getting close to watching that movie George wants me to watch.
Which one is that?
L.A. Confidential. I've got it. I mean,
I like it.
Downtown Jose let me borrow it. He had a copy of it, so it's sitting there like ready to be watched any time now.
Kim Basinger won Best Actress that year for that. She was really very pretty in it, but I didn't really see her acting being award winning. But you know,
it's a serious movie though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess maybe that's why I hesitate. Lots of times when I'm getting ready to watch a movie,
there's a lot of violence. Do you like a lot of senseless violence?
It's all right.
Can't hurt, right?
We see it in our society all the time.
Yeah, why not then?
Yeah. 847-931-1410. The director checks in. Good morning, Fox River Valley. First shifter, Marky B and Larry.
Hey, Dean.
It's time for a Dino quote of the day. Turn your face to the sun, and the shadows fall behind you.
But then I squint. I usually believe everything he says. I can't do that.
I forgot to close the blinds.
That's all right.
So far, we're okay.
You know, I was thinking during the break, we haven't mentioned today, that if people are watching on YouTube and they haven't hit the subscribe button yet, do that. Do that before we're done today.
Because that lets them know that we're on? Is that what that does?
Yes. Okay. It'll set up the alarm so you'll be notified when we're on. And it kind of helps us, too. So do that. Do it for us.
Do it for the algorithms.
Yeah,
the more algorithms we get, the more viewers we'll get.
Yeah, you could do it for us, too.
Yeah.
If you don't care about algorithms. Rhythms.
Yeah.
My tongue and teeth are too big.
Hector and the family says, I think that place that sells tamales is where the Brown's Chicken used to be.
No.
Around the corner from Herb's Bakery.
It's not in the building, though, where it was never Brown's. It was Yanni's.
Yanni's Chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, because I'm trying to... Where the Brown's Chicken was, that's where the barbecue place was.
Was it?
Maybe.
This is
there's not that many places over there.
It's further. It's the next building north. It's a storefront.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 doors, and it's in that.
Which way does it face?
Faces west.
Faces
west. It's on the east side of the street, just north of the old Yanni's.
All right.
I wouldn't steer you wrong about this.
By that gas station.
Well, it's nowhere near the gas station.
It's not near the gas station?
No, it's
the BP that's over there or whatever?
North.
Okay, all right.
It's just past halfway between Highland and Larkin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crazy Kathy says, Councilman Steve Thoren, were you mentioning La Cosecha? 185 North Edison. This is where West Side went. Says Crazy Kathy.
Okay.
Jubilant Julia checks in this morning. She's always in good spirits. She called me and Dino on yesterday.
On yesterday?
On yesterday, yeah.
Good.
I was going to say Monday, but
you're kind of hovering in between.
Some people say on yesterday. That makes me, I don't like that, actually.
No, me either.
Yeah. Good morning, Mark and Larry. Happy sunny Wednesday.
Hey, Joey.
It actually cooled down around 10 o'clock last night, breezy with a light drizzle.
There was a drizzle? I didn't know that.
I didn't see it. Well, I was sleeping by then. I went for a night run and slept well. Thrive on and hang on to our teeth, says Jubilant Julia.
Hang on to what?
Our teeth. She used the word of the day, which was thrive.
Oh, okay.
Country Carl says Titanic 2012. Bill Paxton, Billy Zane.
Yeah.
Kate Winslet.
You'd have to like Kate Winslet if you watch that movie. You would think she's a very attractive woman in this movie.
Probably so.
Yeah, you would.
Kathy Bates.
You wouldn't think she's an attractive.
Good morning to all. Great day. Coffee in hand. The sun is up. And Country Carl is viewing, and he sends prayers to the prayer scoreboard. 818-847-931-1410. Let's go to the phones and take a phone call here in hour 2 of the show. I was given some baseball. I was trying to do some high school baseball talk.
You were.
Late last hour, Larry. Thought maybe I'd add that little flavor to the show.
Wow.
We might broadcast some high school football this fall.
We might?
We might.
Cool.
Sonar's trying to cook that up. And so we'll see if we have maybe some high school local football coverage in the fall. And I mention that because when I see this guy show up on our caller ID, I think about high school sports.
Do you?
Yep. It's Trusty Pat.
Oh, sure.
Hey, Trusty Pat.
Hi, gentlemen. Hey, Hey, John Walters and I were just talking about high school football on WRMN. I think we'd be willing to help you out and do some games this fall if that's in the mix. But
nice.
I went by the Larkin Field last night. They were playing kind of late. I don't know, the game must have got started a little bit. It was about 7 o'clock, and the game's still going on. And usually that doesn't happen. Larkin was getting defeated 5-2 in the 6th inning, or 5th inning, I guess it was, which I can't, always high school games started at 4, and they were kind of over by 6:30. 7 o'clock was kind of late, but, maybe Bus didn't get there on time or whatever for the opposing team coming in. You never know. But, high school sports, basketball is always good if we got some good teams. It's always good. I know that the people over at St. Ed's are willing to put a game on and get some advertisers for us if we did that too. So
nice.
Anyway, there's some things there. But what I called about, guys, is there movies that you are scrolling through the channels when they're on and you've seen them numerous times, but you just can't turn off?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple, like Hunt for Red October. I don't know how many times I've watched that. Crimson Tide, the movie Crimson Tide. I don't know how many times I've watched that.
Huh.
My wife, I don't know how many times that she has watched Blindside.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen that
one. Mine, it's always like late at night, scrolling through. It's Apocalypse Now.
That's so strange, that movie. It's so strange.
It is so strange.
Yeah.
But I love it so many times that, there's just certain parts you like it. I just can't turn it off. And I didn't know if you guys had anything like that.
Well, there are some. I mean, as you were talking, Pat, I was trying to think of them, but there are several. I'll stop to watch Animal House, and I don't care. I don't care where I come in at.
Another one.
I'll stop to watch.
That's another one, right?
Caddyshack.
Right.
Caddyshack. I don't mind Caddyshack. It's not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny.
Yep.
I've actually seen Caddyshack a million times.
I have a buddy that knows he knows every he knows every line in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to tie me with some of your ties? Anyway, who was that lady in that movie? She was very, very fine. The one that was flirting with.
The young. I don't know. She really wasn't in any other A movies. I say that was her recall after that.
Her greatest moment, right there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. That was her greatest moment, and she had a very provocative scene in that movie.
Yeah,
and that's what. But if the TV cut it out, but I don't know. There's been some TV channels. I don't know what I'm getting right now, where I've seen complete frontal nudity at times. I go, what, on TV?
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe that, and I don't have the premium channels on cable either. But there's a lot more shows today than there used to be. By all means. By all means.
Yes.
But anyway. Well, I just thought I'd provoke that thought, and then we got talking about high school sports, and, it's we have coffee at John Walters twice a week, and John used to be a stringer for the Courier News when he was in high school and college, and he'd go cover, local games, and they had several of them in Elgin, and they'd always cover the Elgin stations, and, the newspapers don't do that anymore. We always had the scores. You're able to keep on things. If you go look at the Courier News back in the 50s and 60s, the sports page had an article on each team every night. It seemed like it wasn't every night, but it's just every time there's a game, there was a several column article about the game and who played and what was going on, and kind of missed that, and with the newspapers kind of folding and not covering stuff anymore because they can't afford to.
Right.
It's a shame. It's a shame, and maybe radio can pick up some of that. I know John and I are willing to do some football, basketball. I'm kind of out because I officiate like every night. So
right.
That's true. But doing basketball for WRMN got me to want to officiate basketball. That's the thing.
Is that right?
It's just, yeah, it is. John and I used to have a ball doing it. Friday nights, our Friday night football games, we did a game pretty much out of the 9 weeks or 10 weeks with Larkin General was in the playoffs. We did 6 or 7. We did 6 or 7 weeks. John Triggy and Jeff did a couple weeks in there too. Elgin teams are much more competitive back then.
Yes.
And John used to do some games at St. Ed's on some basketball in St. Ed's, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with college and pros with the female. When we saw the draft, we watched the draft for the women's NCAA draft or the
WNBA.
Yeah, Debbie said, let's go watch the Sky game this year. I said, yeah, I'd enjoy that. My son said that the team that got Caitlin Clark, the Indiana team, he said in the newspapers down there, not newspaper, but the news reports down there, they've already sold 3 times more tickets the first week for season tickets than they had for the previous whole year. So, there's going to be an insurgence to women's sports come up a little bit, and thanks to Caitlin Clark. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out with watching the viewers and games being put on TV these days.
Well, Indianapolis has the Colts and they have the Pacers in the NBA, but I would imagine a WNBA team with a lot of hype, like with Caitlin Clark coming, would do well, like in Indiana, more so than they would do in a big city that's got all the different teams in every sport. You know,
agree.
And Caitlin Clark's fired up to be there. There's probably not a lot of stars, if you will, that would be very excited to be drafted by Indiana. But she's from Iowa, she's from the Midwest, and she likes it around here.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Yesterday was interesting. I was at Carrier meetings all day long, and they have annual dealer meetings where all the dealers for Chicagoland, there's 200-some Carrier Bryant dealers, and they had 200 dealers. And they had a keynote speaker, and the keynote speaker was a woman named Molly Fletcher. And she's known as the female Jerry Maguire. And she handled a lot of the college coaches that went to the NBA. She had Tom Izzo was one of her clients. The guy that's the Bulls coach right now, that was a client of hers. She did a lot of golfers. She did various sports. She did, she got her start in baseball though. John Smoltz she was the agent for John Smoltz. But very interesting in speaking and what her thoughts were. This, now this, I think it's kind of ruined this portal. There's room where these teams are just left devastated. They got players that play their year and they go somewhere else. And his coach is very frustrated. I think that possibly why Nick Saban got away from Alabama. He was just tired of this. Having to draft a new team basically every year.
Right.
And,
right.
It's interesting to see how that affects things. And, they see coaches quitting because of that. They're just frustrated. And but I'm interested to see what happens to women's sports, college and pro, with what happened this last year. The NBA final, the NCAA finals for women was more watched than the men's. That's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
They had more listeners. Yeah. So anyway, I'll hang up and let some other guys in. But anyway, as usual, enjoy your show, gentlemen.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you, Pat. And we'll take you up on the St. Ed's thing. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
We'll talk about it.
Now's the time, yeah.
We'll talk about it. If we can get Elgin and Larkin competitive in football again, that'd be great. Larkin generally has a decent basketball team. Elgin has not been good. I don't know. I've not been able to follow Elgin as much as I, have Larkin and so forth. I'm gone every night, unless I can hear it somewhere else. Somebody talk about referees. We'll talk about referees. There's a kid up at Warren Township as a freshman. He was probably one of the top 10 basketball players in the state of Illinois last year. This kid is unbelievable. As a freshman, he ran the team. He literally was their best player. He was their floor captain as a freshman. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
As a freshman, and he was 6 foot, long arms, stole the ball. He looked like a senior out on the court. And there's some great basketball teams at high school around, but it's just knowing where the games are.
Yeah.
And being able to see them. But I live a lot of that through the guys there, our basketball association for the Fox Valley Official Association. They're officiating a lot of those games, and they see these players, and so we talk about them on Friday. We get together for a pop and some wings on Friday nights after games, and we talk about certain coaches, certain teams, certain things going around. I don't have that same report in football, though. I wish I did. But we used to have a ball doing Friday night football. It was fun. I'd come up and get the equipment. I had a key to the back door. I'd go up and get the equipment, say hi to people, and just walk out with the equipment, bring it back on a Saturday morning. So it was every weekend routine, and I know Jeff Meyer was the same way. So did a few games with Jeff Meyer. It was fun.
Yeah,
doing games with Jeff. But
well, cool.
Anyway, thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for calling, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Yeah, you're welcome. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Trusty Pat checking in. 847-931-1410. It'd be cool to have some high school football games back on the radio again.
Yes.
And it is in the works. We are hoping to make that happen this fall. And, to broadcast some Elgin and Larkin football games would be cool. I hope as long as they're competitive.
I know.
I mean, from a broadcaster standpoint, if the team is 4-4, they're in games, they're giving you something to broadcast, then it's fun.
But if they're getting run out every game?
If you're trying to broadcast a team, I'm sorry to say, but if you're broadcasting a team that's 0-8, 0-9, getting crushed every week, it's really hard.
It'd be like
there's nothing good to say.
Be like Bob Uecker when he's broadcasting the Indians games and they're not winning, and he says to that guy, "Who cares? Nobody's listening anyway."
Yeah. So be competitive, and
That's right.
And you can be on the radio.
That's right.
847-931-1410. We let's see, stay on the phones here, and we'll check in with Director of Shots Fired and the police chief of the city council. It's John Prigge, and he might be calling because he sent me a text a few minutes ago. We'll see if he talks about this. He saw in the Shaw local paper that the village of Huntley has canceled their carnival this weekend. Because of what happened in the Lake in the Hills carnival last weekend.
Yeah.
Now, all these fights and the fact that a whole carnival was canceled for the rest of the weekend, nobody was arrested. Does that seem a little odd, Larry? I know there were a lot of teenagers involved, but no arrests at all?
Well, it's all according to who you can get a hold of and keep,
Yeah.
A lot of times, the police are so outnumbered that the last thing you want to do is lose two guys to go on an arrest or something like that. You're just trying to get it settled down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe not a good sign for kids to know they can get away with
I know.
Almost like small riots and carnivals and not be arrested
ruining it for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we'll stay on the phones, and here's John Prigge. Good morning, John.
Hello, gentlemen. Yes, that's one of two things that I want to just get out. They canceled that, and that was an event that is categorized for being canceled due to logistical and safety concerns.
Huh. That's too bad.
So it is. It is. And excuse me, if they had only called me, I would have told them, charge everybody $1 to get in. And you get a ride ticket. But when you allow kids, namely teenagers, to walk in riding bikes, I don't know why they allow kids to, and sometimes they don't, but I know in Elgin, they were letting in people riding bikes in the Carnival Midway. And guess what? Trouble happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen it before. I talked about it Monday. It's pretty much it. It's a shame that the threat of bad activities cancels what is normally, and what I heard you say, Mark, going to be a good weekend weather-wise.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be in the lower 70s, sunshine.
Yeah. And as far as the high school sports goes, in the late 90s, probably about 97, 98, I was the sports director at WRMN. Larry Rapich, who was there, and he was on the air a lot in the morning, he would set the whole schedule up for basketball like in the second week of November. And I looked at that, and I thought, wait a minute, why are we doing a Genoa-Kingston versus Dupo basketball game? And it was because they wanted to give fair coverage to everyone, regardless if there were sponsors or not. So when I came in, I said, we're going to put on the best games on the air that more people listen to so that we can get more advertisers. And that meant generally, mostly the football season was covered by Larkin. Larkin had great teams during that late 90s era. When it came to basketball, Elgin totally dominated the area. That was the team, Larry, you may remember, they went downstate and lost to Quentin Richardson, who went on to play pro ball. Sean Harrington was a junior.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That team ended up, they went downstate 30-1. No Elgin High basketball team has ever amassed that amount of wins. So we covered, I think, almost, if not every game. Now, the people at Larkin didn't like that because their team was on the other end of the scale. Mm-hmm. I think at one time they were 4-18 or something like that. And it was a tough thing to do because, you want to do something, but there's nobody coming to the games now.
No.
And I've said it before here, demographics and the fact that Bartlett High School, when they opened up fully, they carved out a deep hole out of the athletics at Elgin High School.
Right.
And when South Elgin opened up, they carved out a little of Bartlett.
Mm-hmm.
So there are too many high schools. Just from a sports situation, there are too many high schools in U46. So the water is very thin. You go to an Elgin High football game, you can land a 747 in the stands and not hurt anybody.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. I was the kicker for the 1988 Elgin High School football team.
Yes.
If I played for Elgin High School right now, I might be the quarterback.
You might be.
I might be the quarterback. Yeah.
Well, you'd certainly be the oldest guy.
Yeah, good point.
But again, I said it before, I'll say it till the day I die. Demographics. Look at the amount of players participating in every sport at South Elgin and Bartlett.
Yeah.
The parental support. The fact that they have outstanding numbers even at the 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old ages. You don't have that at Elgin High. You don't have that at Larkin. Why? Demographics. That's undeniable. I witnessed it every year when my daughter was in high school at St. Charles North. Whenever Elgin or Larkin came into St. Charles North to play football, I would look across the field, and I'd see maybe 6 parents, 6 adults.
Right.
So how do you sell that type of program when even the parents don't care, or there's not enough parents to draw from? When you only have 14 players on the team and 11 have to be on the field, it's a little rough.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
And that is sad. So I would say, in talking to Dean, he should really test out the waters first to see what kind of interest there is.
Yeah.
Because it's not here.
Yeah.
You want to be the dedicated station of Bartlett or South Elgin, there's some numbers there. And what do numbers do? They lead to revenue.
Right.
Ad revenue. See what I mean?
Yeah. When I was in Memphis, as a young lad in my upper 20s, we had a little business, a little side business my friend and I started, broadcasting high school football games, and we bought time on the University of Memphis radio station, and we picked our schedule in the summertime of games we were going to try to broadcast, and we made it like a game of the week for the Memphis area. And some of the schools that we knew that would be good, because they always are, they also have strong booster clubs and things like that. We'd put them on 2 or 3 times when they faced each other, things like that. And I'd call the schools in advance of the season and say, we'd like to put your games on these 2 or 3 times this season. Are you interested? Would your booster club like to maybe pay for your half of the airtime, and we'll run ads about the people that support your school? And so that's how we did it. We picked a game of the week, and it turned out pretty good that way, and we were able to sell it fairly easily. But there were a lot of city teams in the city of Memphis that were decent, but they didn't have that sort of backing either. So we leaned towards schools that we knew had more money to spend, so we could buy the broadcast and put them on the air.
There's one thing that is similar, almost word for word, to what we did when WRMN also had WJKL on the FM. Jeff Myers and I came up with a plan that we could do St. Edward football games and basketball games and put them on the FM. Now, this is in the 90s, so, you had some internet access for live streaming of the games. So I approached, there were 3 people, 2 with the Booster Club and 1 was the athletic director at St. Edward, and we came up with a plan where they could buy time from us and let their Booster Club sell advertising to defray their costs. And the response I got was, nobody listens to your station for the regular season. The only thing that people listen to is the playoffs. Okay, picked up my suitcase and left. I said, okay, that's no problem. But they could have been, that FM signal back then, you could get into downtown Chicago, no trouble. All of their graduates, their alumni, could have heard it online and driving in the car because of that powerful FM signal. And they said, nobody listens to you guys. Okay, next. And that was it. So It's going to be tough. I wish from a sports thing that that Bartlett High School maybe had to be built, but to have South Elgin, you've got 5 high schools drawing from the same boundaries, where there once was, and Larry, you and I know, there were 2.
Once there was 1.
Yeah. yes. But and Streamwood opened up in 78.
Right.
So you had 3, and you still had good numbers, but now the pond is too big.
Yeah. Well, it's not just the pond; it's also the interest.
More kids are playing soccer.
There's over 2,800 kids at South Elgin High School. That's a big pool. They just don't have the interest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, good point. Good point. But I just wanted to chime in on that, and also the Huntley Carnival that the bad guys win, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. Well, thanks for calling, John.
You bet. Take care, man. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
All right, John Prigge checking in, 847-931-1410, talking about high school sports a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why this came to mind. I guess we were talking about women's sports a little bit. And I'm not a soccer fan.
Yeah, I know.
And you're not a soccer fan either, right?
No.
But for whatever reason, I would not mind going to see the Chicago Fire women's soccer team play. They're going to play a game at Wrigley Field this season.
Uh-huh.
And I just think that whole atmosphere that day.
That's killing me. I'll take care of it. Talk amongst yourself.
Larry agrees with me that going to a Chicago Fire game at Wrigley Field would be quite a day. And so I'm glad that Larry agrees with me as he goes and shuts the blinds. 847-931-1410 here on this beautiful sunny morning where we sit in the 60s. Let me get a current temperature, and then we'll go back to the phones here. 64 degrees, same temperature we were at the start of the show today. Winds are out of the west at 9 miles an hour as we head for a high today of about 75. Tomorrow it's going to be 77, but there will be a 50% chance of rain. A little rain in the forecast tomorrow night, 70% chance with a low of 60. And then for Friday, a chance of a shower, thunderstorm, partly sunny, and a high of 72. A beautiful weekend lies ahead. And that was the weather forecast, giving Larry enough time to close the blinds. And now we go back to the phones. And let's just check in with this caller real quick, and then we'll get James next. We have maybe Terry on the phone with us here. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, we're good. How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm calling because I want to report something.
Okay.
What I want to report is someone at my neighbor house, they play their loud music in their automobile all time of day and night.
Yeah.
Sometimes they park behind the Nautalina Pizza place or the Price is Right liquor store, so we won't know who playing the loud music.
Uh-huh.
And my camera picked up that this person that's playing this loud music, he play it every night. My husband has to be going to work at 4-something in the morning. So this guy's still playing this loud music. He don't have no respect, and plus that, he pulled out his private in a broad open daylight Sunday morning early and urinating in the street. This is disrespectful. We have children that live in this neighborhood and people flying down this street instead of staying on Liberty Street. They come down Keep Avenue flying like it's a racetrack and turn off Preston Street, go to Cutney Avenue. All of this stuff needs to be stopped. And that's the reason why I'm reporting, and I got proof of what I'm saying because my camera catched it.
Have you called the Elgin Police Department?
Beg pardon?
Have you called the Elgin Police Department yet?
About this here, not yet.
Okay.
But when I called the Elgin Police Department about this loud music and stuff, they never send no police over here. They just want to know what my name is. Mm-hmm. And I tell them that my name come out on the caller ID, so that's who I am. You know, I'm not trying to hide anything.
Yeah.
You know, but all of this stuff needs to stop. So I feel that if you see something, say something. I see with my own eyes, my camera captured. So I'm saying something now. So I need help. Yeah. Please.
Okay. Well, I know that some of the police department listens to the show sometimes, but I know you don't want to give where you live on the air, but if you call the police department maybe and say where you live and maybe if the person you're talking about is playing that loud music every single night?
Every night. They'll play it in front, across the street from me. Either they'll go behind the liquor store or the tavern, like it happened at the tavern. But it's him playing it because I went over there and I found out who it was for myself and I recorded.
And you call them when it's actually happening? You've called the police department? Maybe.
Yeah, sometimes when the loud music going on, sometimes I call the police department. They say, okay, we'll send someone, but nobody never come because I have cameras on my property, and I know whether they come or not.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So I'm just bringing that to their attention.
Okay.
Because it says you see something, say something.
Yeah.
And his too many children in this neighborhood, them flying up down the street. Some of these children might get killed because I see these little children running out in the street on these big wheels, this two-wheel thing, you know, and their parents not even watching them. And I'm so afraid that something going to happen. Mm-hmm. So that is the reason why I'm reporting this.
Okay.
So you all have a blessed day, and may God bless you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, thank you for calling.
Take care.
All right, bye.
She said she lived on Keep, I think.
Keep, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where the cars are going fast up and down the street.
And the music.
Music playing every night.
Yeah.
If it's every single night, and she calls every single night, maybe the police will come over there one time.
Yep.
They should, right?
Yeah.
They respond to every call. I think they're supposed to respond. I've heard that they respond to every call.
Well,
I mean, I know they have other things to do.
I mean, sometimes I think sometimes they have to stack calls, you know.
Yeah.
And they have to prioritize calls, things like that, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes if a person doesn't want to get involved, it makes it a little harder. And I understand people saying, well, I'm not signing a complaint against my neighbor, you know. But sometimes you need somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Judges don't always think the police aren't supposed to be troubled by those noises. So sometimes it takes a citizen to be troubled, you know.
Mm-hmm. So 847-931-1410. Let's take another phone call. James has been holding for a while, been very patient with us. We appreciate him. Hey, James.
Hey, guys.
Hey, James.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You know, this lady that just called you,
yeah,
I believe she's called in the past.
She has.
And, yeah, and obviously, I would say there's a problem there, okay, in the area where she lives.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm just a big city guy, and I don't know much about this kind of stuff. But that is indicative of a neighborhood that is losing control. And the only way to get it back in control is through the police. And we all know what's happened to the police, right? The police have been neutered pretty much. And so, she may be listed as a chronic caller. I don't know. I'm just assuming things at this point. But, the loud music, if I remember correctly, there was either under the vehicle code, State of Illinois Vehicle Code, and some other codes, there was a violation, so many decibels, blah, blah, blah. So I don't think they really need a signed complaint.
But Jim, it has to do with, she said sometimes it's parked behind the liquor store. It might be in a driveway, and I'm not sure that statute covers private property.
Well, you know what, Larry, that's debatable.
Yeah,
you're right. And I can't say for sure at this point.
Right.
I think maybe they should take it a little bit further to find out if they can do some enforcement measures there. The liquor store behind I've been behind many liquor stores.
Yes.
And, there are places where people congregate and publicly urinate and all that kind of stuff. And, I remember a case where there was public urination involved, and we were told by the state's attorney's office, this is many years ago, that under the public indecency statute, it wasn't allowable. So we made it a state disorderly arrest. So I think the police, in my, what I'm thinking is you got to be creative sometimes to help. You have to be creative, and the police have a lot of ability for creativity to help the people that are in need of help. That is the primary purpose. When I think back in my tenure, was helping people that needed help, helping people that were unable to do it themselves. This lady needs the help. So anyway, that's not why I called, but it was just the case that she called prior to. But it all ties into what I was going to say anyway. I was going to call in about John Prigge's call from a couple of days ago about shots fired in the community, and all the stuff that goes on in our culture today it's just amazing to sit and witness how it just keeps eroding. And when it comes to the shots fired situation, I gave it some thought. And, when you have this indiscriminate kind of shooting going on in the community, sometimes it's indicative of gang activity, turf control, and intimidation within the community. So, John discussed many of these things about prevention. And one of the things I thought of is maybe it's possible that they could get the city council members to actually go to criminal court and watch and see what happens when gun cases are adjudicated. And I would venture to say, based on my past experiences and what goes on today, that most of those cases are thrown out of court for various reasons. So there's really no accountability. You could shoot your gun, they take the gun away if they catch you, and then you walk out the door. That's basically how it's handled. And that's the big problem. The big problem is no accountability. So maybe, just a suggestion to John, get those city council people to take a field trip to criminal court someday.
Yeah.
To see what really goes on, right? Because the police are out there doing what they need to do, but there's no follow-up. Is that maybe quite
I don't know how many arrests, Jim, I don't know how many gun arrests the city makes.
Well, there again.
Yeah.
There again.
Right.
If there's no arrests or few arrests being made, then it's tolerated.
Yeah.
And so I'm just backing John up on this.
Right.
Somebody needs to get the leadership, if there is any leadership, okay, because that's a big problem today. In your news break, there was a story that's been for the last couple of days, a huge national story about Columbia University and how this university has basically been taken over by a bunch of radical goofballs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and the leadership in the university doesn't know what to do. They're trying to pass the buck to somebody else, and nobody can make a decision. Meanwhile, these fools are taking over a university where the parents are paying $93,000 a year to send their kids there, and their kids can't go to classes. So, I mean, whatever the subject may be, the Columbia University thing, the shots fired at Elgin, whatever you want to plug in, it represents the same thing.
Yeah.
No accountability. Everything's out of control. There's no accountability. And here's another interesting fact on this Columbia University thing. Okay, I listened to the reports. I try to be, rational about it and everything. And I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what did they actually do? And some of the things they did were interesting because they actually fit into this one building at the university. So they committed a burglary. Then when they got in there, they held maintenance people hostage. Okay? So now they committed another crime of unlawful restraint. And last night, the New York City Police Department went in there and got these people out of there and did a fabulous job of doing it. But in the meantime, people were being arrested, and they were arrested and released on recognizance.
Yeah.
So how is this problem being solved? The answer is
it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not being solved. So whether you take the lady that called that's got the problem in the neighborhood, or you take another situation, the shots fired, or you take the Columbia University, no matter what you look at here, it's the same. It's the same thing.
Right.
There's no accountability, and so they just continue to do what they do.
Yeah. All right, James. Well, thank you. Got a couple other callers and no time left on the show, but thanks for calling for your thoughts.
Thanks, Jim. See you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's see if we can squeeze one more in. 847-931-1410. We got Bob of Wendy and the Bobs. Good morning. We don't have much time. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Mark. I was just going to comment too about it seems like the Elgin police, to me, if it's not going to be benefit for them, they don't really investigate, because I had something stolen from my property, and they asked me, do you have cameras? I go, yes. And I showed them a picture of the guy, because his face was like right up, like you were talking to me 2 feet away from me, and clear as day. And you know what the police told me? Well, we don't know who it is. I go, isn't that kind of your job, to find out who it is? I said, I guarantee you, I could put it on the internet saying, hey, the first person to give me this guy's address, I'll give you $100.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
They never followed up with nothing. That's going over a year ago.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us know. And if Chief Lally is listening right now, she's sure she's taking notes. And appreciate you, Bob.
All right.
See you, Bob.
Sorry we didn't have a little more time, but we are out of time, Larry Jones.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the phone calls. And, Larry, we shall see you on Friday morning.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right, take care.
All right.
There you have it. Coming up next, we got Brian Kilmeade, 9 to noon, and then I'll be back with Out to Lunch between noon and 2 today, along with Sonar. Keep it right here and enjoy the sunny day. It's WRMN. It's 9 o'clock coming up.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a huge variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes and buys top quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting food. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fast. Visit beefvilla.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 9 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The city of Elgin has announced that due to ongoing work on the Highland and Chicago Street bridges, inspections for the Kimball and National Street bridges have been postponed until the